Arsenal, he said the one thing he'd really learned from Pep was you've got to be ruthless if you want to win things. And the truth is, the ruthless decision would have been to have played Raya, who is right now arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, in sensational form.
talkSPORT Sports Update with Trusted Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trusted Trader professional.
talkSPORT. I'm Ben Fletcher. Good afternoon. Gus Poyet, formerly of the Spurs parish, has told talkSPORT he kept Sunderland up from a far worse position than Spurs find themselves in. The ex-midfielder turned coach reckons he could do it again, but admits that's easy to say from the outside.
Do you remember when Harry Renab, after Juan de Ramos, we left, he put the ketchup back on the table? Are you going to win or lose because of a ketchup? Come on, stop it.
Yeah.
Now, that the players, they need something. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's simple. As simple as possible, play the players in the best position and play.
The matter of Igor Tudor's immediate future is a highly sensitive one following the death of his father. talkSPORT's Simon Jordan doesn't feel he should be precluded from getting the sack, but it's important the hierarchy handle the situation properly.
I'd be doing it by saying to the man himself, not from one of my acolytes or one of the people that was delegated to take these sort of decisions. If I'm the decision maker, I'd be the person saying to Igor Tudor, look, you have the greatest sympathy for me in the circumstances in your life, but we are going to look at the professional side of this relationship.
Right.
talkSPORT understands Chelsea have no plans to sack Liam Rosenior, even if he fails to secure a Champions League place. The Blues hierarchy are believed to be committed to giving Rosenior at least one full season in charge before they conduct any formal performance review. The EFL have confirmed when this season's playoffs will take place, with the finals over the late May bank holiday weekend. Championship games on the last day of the regular season will kick off at 12:30. The final round of matches in Leagues 1 and 2 will start at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 2nd of May. And the Snooker World Championship will continue to be held at the Crucible until at least 2045, with an option to stage it until 2050. A £45 million redevelopment will see the capacity of the famous theatre increase by 500 seats. There's more at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
Prescription price caps for pet owners may push up costs elsewhere, and the Chancellor says she plans to help those who need it most if energy bills jump over the Iran war. There's more from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With over 600 centres across the UK, most of which open 7 days a week, we're always there when you need us. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Colder conditions on the way, with a band of rain moving towards the southeast.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside the superstar, the legend, the sneaker freak. He's still waiting for his lunch as well. And you'll better get a shift on. Darren Bent.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Said that. How are you? Your food's outside, I've just been told.
Okay, yeah, the nation didn't need to hear that, but, you know.
Well, I just thought Neil should hear it to get a move on.
Well, you trying to send him down for some Huel? Yeah, Jack, just put it there, mate.
Yeah, just put it down there. Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah, Huel.
But that was off air.
So was that?
Yeah, your food's here. Just telling you, your food's
right.
right.
Your Huel's here, then yeah.
It's not here. Right, Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll take a look at the 6 Arsenal players, 6, that are pulled out of the international week. Wonder why. Our players still excited to represent their country. We'll also head to St George's Park as Thomas Tuchel takes his first training session of the week. And off the back of that, we'll be asking whether you're willing to to welcome, I should say, Ben White back with open arms.
I am. Big old hug.
I'm not. I've got a problem with it. All that Jurgen Klopp has distanced himself from the Real Madrid job. But it's not a retirement age yet, Liverpool fans. Do you need to bring him back? All that plus, of course, we'll be joined in the studio by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, who I'm led to believe his hair looks amazing today. Why? We'll find out in a moment. All that and more coming up on Drive on talkSPORT. You can get involved. 03717 22 33 44. Dial it. Get involved. Dial it. Get involved.
Let's do something first. Is it my imagination, or is that a Football X7 stadium?
It's your imagination. That's just a mailbox. But there is one on this side of the bus.
Oh, it's a long little voiceover gag from Darren Bent to start with. You right, DB?
What about you?
Before we move on, a shout out.
No, you ain't giving that shout out. I can't do it.
Luke the cabbie.
I helped you out, didn't he?
Luke the cabbie. There were huge problems on the Jubilee line. Don't really know what they were. They affected you. You managed to get... You were a stop behind me. I didn't even know. You managed to get a cab. I came out of Canada Water.
Yeah.
45 minutes walk, which is just... I would have got here too late. And there was no cars about, nothing. And all of a sudden, Luke the cabbie had his light off, and he looked up, and he went, Goldstein! And I was like, oh, that's unbelievable. And he went, jump in, can't have Bentley waiting for you. And I said to him, you're a superstar, I'm going to give you a shout out. So Luke the cabbie, without you, I wouldn't have got here. Thank you, Luke.
You know, it's incredible, that, but that's the thing, difference between me and you. So if I'd have been in that scenario, straight out of Canada Water, if you got at the front, there are about 50 line bikes.
Yeah, but I don't have the app.
Well, download the app. I've been telling you this for years.
These legs don't cycle, man.
No, I'm telling you now, they are a godsend because...
Hold on, okay. How did you get in?
Yeah, I got a cab because I...
Oh, there you go. There you go, everyone.
Yeah, because there was no line bikes at Canary Wharf.
I ain't doing line biking.
Why? You'd have got here in 15 minutes max.
Well, I wouldn't have met the wonderful Luke, would I?
Well, listen, shout out Luke.
Yeah, shout out Luke.
I wish he'd have left the light off, but yeah. It's
By the way, he was meant to be picking someone else up.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get download now the land bike app.
No, I don't want. I won't be. I don't feel safe cycling on the road.
Why?
Because I just don't. I don't like cyclists. Right. So if there's a me behind a wheel and I'm cycling, boom.
Obviously, I cycle. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but I don't feel safe doing it, Darren. I haven't got a helmet.
You have.
I haven't
on your head.
Do you need a helmet?
No.
You can just ride one of them.
Ride it, yeah.
No.
Honestly,
I'm not comfortable with it.
Summertime, I'm always on them.
Yeah, I just don't feel. Can you go on the pavement with them?
No, but just close to the curb. And there's loads of cycle lanes in London now.
I don't like it.
And from Canada Water, there is a cycle lane that's off the road. Yeah. So you're sitting in a little cycle lane, so they can't hit you.
Yeah, but Darren, I'm not happy cycling. I'm not comfortable.
So you'd rather sit in 45 minutes of traffic or 10 minutes on a bike?
15 minutes traffic.
What time did you get here?
Because Lukey knew all the little back roads. By the way, he actually did. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
all right.
But no, I think you should for summertime. Me and you're going to go for a line back London.
If it's the summertime, I'll be jogging.
No, what, you can jog in with your sweat?
I could easily do that 45-minute jog, without a doubt.
Well, listen, in the summer, me and you're going to line bike it around London.
I'm not doing
Charity.
I'm not doing it. Well, you've got chuck charity in it. All right, for me, for charity, me and you will play golf every day for a week and not paddle for charity.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
All right. And also me and you will wear jeans. Tight jeans with Red Wing boots for charity.
Okay.
All right, we do that.
Okay. That is you in a previous life.
Yeah, it was me in a previous life. We've got lots and lots coming up a bit later on. Well, I'll say later on in about 20 minutes. Adam Smith will be in the studio. Mm-hmm. He's bringing a friend with him, a famous friend. Very nice. We'll reveal that a bit later on. We'll talk about England's opening training session. Faye Carruthers joins us, talkSPORT England correspondent. Barry Hearn's on the show. Great news for all snooker fans. Although producer Joe, not a snooker fan, as he writes in the running order, bearing in mind it's the World Championship that's staying at the Crucible. This is what Joe's written. Topic, the Masters is staying at the Crucible. That's Alley Pally, Joe. But we're going to start with Arsenal, because 6 of their players have pulled out of international duty. So, should you have to miss your next club game if you don't play for your country? What?
Trossard has hit it in. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Trossard.
Arsenal players again make a run across the face of goal. In it comes from Rice, and it's headed in by Gabriel. A free header at the back stick. Now they make a run across the face of goal, and it's headed in. They're back in front. William Saliba.
Yes, Arsenal defender Gabriel has become their 6th player to withdraw or make themselves unavailable for international duty in recent days. He joins Saliba, Eze, Trossard, Odegaard and Timber in those not joining up with their countries this week. Arsenal, of course, 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League and go away to Southampton in the FA Cup in their next game. Do you think, I'll start with this question, do you think that all 6 players aren't actually fit enough to meet up with their national side, or do you think there's a little bit more to it than that?
No, I mean, Eze missed the cup final, so he's definitely injured.
Okay.
Odegaard's been out for some
time. Right, Saliba.
Yeah, there might be a little bit, maybe he's a little bit sore, played a lot of minutes. So maybe
do you know how many days he needs off?
10.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just 10, not 9, not 11.
Do you know what, though?
10. So, it'll be fine when we play again.
From an Arsenal fan's perspective,
yeah.
I ain't going to assure that, because you want your players fresh, right? Certainly for this run after what happened at the weekend, you want to run in. But I just think for those players, and yes, Saliba, listen, he's an international, and the others, Gabriel, Odegaard's captain of his country as well. being in that position before, like for me, it was the greatest honour playing for my country. But that's because I wasn't never at any point really, maybe a 3-game spell where I felt like a starter, and that was under Capello towards the end. Those guys, Eze maybe not because he's still trying to find his way in there, but certainly Saliba, I think he's a starter for France. Gabriel, he has to be for Brazil. Odegaard, the captain. For those guys, it's a little bit different because they know when they're fit, they're back in anyway. Do you know what I mean? They're back in anyway. They don't have to fight and scrap and claw to get themselves into a squad.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be about that. It should be if your country call on you, you should be ready.
It should be, but this has been going on for how long? Because it was awful. I remember speaking to people like Rio and those guys from Man United about Fergie's opinion on them going to play for England.
He's never played a friendly, right, for Wales.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? You had the Liverpool boys, the Arsenal boys, putting their players out. But for me, again, it was different. Representing my country was huge. But if they are, I mean, there's way too many games anyway. So if there is a little chance for a little bit of rest in a friendly, because it'd be interesting to see if this was a qualifier or do you know what I mean? A qualifier, and they needed points. Mate, they'd be all fit. Well, no, Eze probably wouldn't because Odegaard maybe not, but the others Saliba maybe, yeah.
Do you think there should be any, not punishment, but do you think there should be a flip side to pulling out of meeting up with your international squad?
No.
For argument's sake, but one more Billy came up with it in the meeting, or in the office this morning, they were discussing it. We took it into the meeting about whether or not if you withdraw from your national side, you should have to miss your next game in the Premier League. Now, the argument would be, well, you might be fit for that.
Yeah, and that probably would be the case. And I'm pretty sure with a friendly, most of the football clubs will be erring on the side of caution. So, like, if Saliba is carrying, because, listen, I can't remember a day in my career where when I went out to train, something didn't hurt. You very rarely go out to train fresh. Like, there's always something like, oh, my back, my knee.
Yeah, I get that. Let me ask you this, then, right?
Always something.
Let's take Saliba as an example. If you said to Saliba at the end of the season, you'll get to the last day of the World Cup, and you'll also win the Premier League, which one's more important to him?
I think for a player winning the World Cup.
No, I can't give you the win. What I want to establish is...
win the Premier League? I'll get to the last 8 World Cup?
Yeah.
Win the Premier League.
Do you think all footballers feel like that?
Yeah, because you're guaranteeing them a trophy.
Even last 4 the World Cup?
Yep, guaranteeing them a trophy. You don't get nothing for finishing last 4.
So do you think...
listen, Gareth Southgate got to 2 finals and people hammer him.
I know, but as a player representing your country, there should be no bigger honour, right?
Yeah, winning if you win it. But I think for winning the Premier League or for getting to the semi-finals, what's that?
Do you think all these players that have pulled out, not just Arsenal, because do you think the majority of the Arsenal players have, that there is a possibility some are actually fit enough to meet up, but they're choosing club over country?
Potentially. They might be thinking, do you know what? I'm carrying a bit of a knock. I'm a little bit sore. Rather than going and playing a friendly, I'm probably going to get myself in the squad anyway. Like, for certain players in any squad, in any nationality, right? Like, for Harry, I'll take Harry Kane as an example.
Yeah.
I'll use him. I mean, it's a bit of a stupid analogy.
Use another player.
Okay.
Who do you want to use?
I will use Mark Gahey.
Right.
Mark Gahey, because Harry Kane, he's captain. He's
okay.
Right. Mark Gahey. If he pulled out of these 2 friendlies because he was lacquered, he played a lot of football, he knows he's going to be in the. He knows he's going to be in the squad anyway, unless like something drastic happens. Yeah.
So like Pickford, for argument's sake.
Yeah, even Pickford. Even if he just said, do you know what? I think he's next to internationals.
I can't bother.
Yeah, not even.
I'd rather help Everton.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave. I'm a bit sore, so I'm going to take a bit of time off. Because they can do that. But if you're someone like Jared Bowen, who is fighting to get in the squad, he can't afford that.
No, I agree.
Solanke, Calvert-Lewin, them boys can't afford to do that.
No.
They have to be there.
And if Solanke tips up and scores a couple of goals,
exactly,
he takes his claim. All right, look, we'll start with that. We've got lots happening on today's show. We'll talk boxing from 4:30. Adam Smith in the studio with a surprise guest. So we'll be talking boxing from 4:30 till 5. So before that and next, we'll take your call. Should players have to miss maybe their next club game if they withdraw from international duty? Or should there be some kind of way to have to prove to the international setup they are, in fact, injured and too injured to meet up? Or are you just okay with it? Players choosing clubs over country. 03717 223344. Dial that. You can have your say next, live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Matt, the Tottenham fan, and Matt, what do you know, has called in. Matt, good afternoon. Where are you at after that home defeat to Forest, mate?
Well, guys, nice speaking to you.
Nice to speak to you, Matt.
It's not a great position to be in, to be honest. And thanks to Martin's team, the gloss, the pressure has been taken away because you guys are too busy. You media lot are too busy battering a team that's 9 points clear, and you're looking for a downfall from that football club. Yet you look down the road, and you guys can't even have the decency within yourselves to actually start pointing fingers, and all you want to do is blame manager after manager and that player and the other player, but you just can't bring it to yourselves to actually go, do you know what? It was that previous chairman, that parasite, which I'll never give him airtime to say his name because he's Simon's mate, who he can't even have the guts, because he's too busy protecting his mate, to have the guts to actually go, do you know what? Actually, it stemmed from him because they told him, do what you please within the margins. He then does what he wants.
Yeah, but Matt, here's the thing, mate. Daniel Levy wasn't playing on the pitch yesterday when you lost 3-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Jim, let me explain something to you, mate.
Yes.
Let me explain something to you. You got talkSPORT producers, yeah? They brought in Jim White.
Banger, isn't it? Banger, a bit of JK. I saw him at the O2 whenever he was touring. Do you like JK?
Yeah, Jamiroquai.
Yeah, same fella.
Well, no, Jamiroquai's a group. JK's a main guy.
Yeah, again, I'm not au fait with that.
What do you mean? Okay, it's
JK's
fact.
his name.
It's fact.
And Jamiroquai is him with his band, excuse me, around him. But like, you know, the band will change. No one will ever go, where's Tony on keyboard? Oh, it's not the same.
No, but Jamiroquai's a band. He's JK.
It's not. Okay, without him, ain't JK, and without any of the backing people, it's still Jamiroquai. Yeah?
Yeah, but I can only do with facts.
Well, I'm just giving you another one. Add that to your little fact.
No, it's not fact. Jamiroquai's a group, JK's the singer.
I know, but you understand what I'm saying.
No.
It's the same fella.
Jackson 5. It's not Michael Jackson and Jackson 5, it's Jackson 5.
Yeah, but the Jackson 5, Tito and all his mates, they're the same 5 people. If Tito went and like...
Can you name the Jackson 5? You can't, can you?
Tito.
Yeah, 1.
Michael.
2. Okay, that's hard.
Janet.
Let's go Janet.
Colin. I know he's a runner, isn't he, Colin Jackson? Can you name him?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Jermaine.
I've met one of them.
Jermaine, Michael, Tito, Randy.
What? We tell you?
And you mentioned one this then. Tito, Randy.
Michael.
Jermaine, Michael, and there's one more.
Oh, so you don't even know.
There's one more.
I know, but if one of them left, and the Jackson 5, is it? That's my point.
Yeah, they would. Still be called Jackson 5.
Yeah, I know, but it wouldn't be. Just quickly, Zinedine Zidane has reportedly agreed to take over as manager of France after the World Cup. Now, that's exciting.
He's been waiting for that for ages, hasn't he?
Yeah, we've been waiting for him to come back. Arsenal worried that Eberechi Eze could miss about a month through injury.
I read that, yes, now. Well, I was informed out there that it could be 4 to 6 weeks.
Wheels are coming. What do you mean out there? Who told you that?
Tell you what my sources.
Oh, what sources you got? Oh, it's Crookie out there.
I won't begin to him. I'll tell you that.
Right, let's take your calls on players. Should they miss their next club game if they withdraw from international duty? Or should there be a way of proving they're not actually necessarily fit to play international football? John's a Chelsea fan. Jonathan?
How are we doing, Andy? How are we doing, Darren? You both well?
Very well,
good,
man.
mate.
How are you, my friend?
Yes, really good, thank you. Really good. I heard about what you were speaking about, basically. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I find it insane that you would ever want to give up an excuse to not want to play for your country. I think it's mental, personally. I don't know if there is a way that you can prove it. Like, you know, if I was going to be sick for school when I was a kid, and I had to prove it to the doctor or whatever, I'd have to get a doctor's note. Maybe, I don't know, go down to St George's Park and show and have a medical, basically, and prove it. Yeah, I don't know.
So, do you know the problem we've got, though, John, is that, listen, and back in the day, I mean, your club used to do it, Arsenal used to do it, Liverpool, in terms of the top players. I always felt like those clubs took priority in terms of club over country, but it's how do you prove it? That's the problem we've got, because the FA and the medical staff at England are so scared of the club, and rightly so, because the club pay the money, the wages, they're a commodity. It's how can you prove that he's lying? Because if he goes, I'm fit, and they go, no, he's fine, and he goes out there and trains, gets injured, do you know what I mean? And it's uproar.
Yeah, I understand that. I think for me, probably part of it's a bit psychologically as well. I think if I'm a player, right, and I'm genuinely exhausted due to the fixture pattern that's out these days, and I think international break's coming up, is there a...
Oh, we won't ever know. I just want
Also, Jackie and Marlon. Jackson 5.
Jackie and Marlon?
Yeah, Randy, Marlon, Jackie, Jermaine, Tito, Michael.
That's 6.
I know.
Is that 6 I'm going to 5?
It was still that's Jackson 5, isn't it?
Well, it's not, it's Jackson 6.
Well, there's 6 people. I'm guessing someone left and someone stepped in.
See, not the same.
With Michael left.
With Michael left, not the same, is it?
They've got a couple of Let's take Michael out. Sorry, me and Jackson 5 are done.
Is it Delhi? Is that? I haven't got my glass on. Delhi? Dale.
No,
Jeez, my eye.
Dale.
My eyes are so bad. Sorry, Dale. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Yourself?
Good. Very well, thank you. What would you like? What's your view on it all, Dale?
It's disgusting. At the end of the day, when you're a kid and you're starting off in football, I played not a good standard or anything like that, but you just want to put that England shirt on. You know, I'm a massive Forest fan. Psycho did it the best. You know, it wasn't a game to him; it was war. He wanted that shirt, and he wore it with pride. But none of the England. There's only one player I can say right now that wants it, and that's Elliot Anderson. He runs around that pitch.
He's the only player that what?
Yeah, he's the only player that looks like he wants to wear that shirt.
Jordan Pickford?
Harry Kane?
No.
No. Jordan Pickford, no.
And Harry Kane, no.
No.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I get that you're a Forest fan, but Jordan Pickford's been unbelievable for England.
What about Declan Rice?
I'm not disputing whether they've been unbelievable. I'm on about showing on the pitch that they want to wear that shirt.
Declan?
Elliot Anderson's been in England international for about 6 months.
Yeah, and he'll be the future until he's retired.
And he's the only English player that looks like he's proud to be wearing an England shirt.
When you watch him on a week in, week out basis, that he's fighting for that English shirt and wants to keep it.
And he's the only one?
I think so.
No way. Jordan Pickford, I'm not an Everton fan, but Jordan Pickford, every time I watch him, club and country, is giving everything.
Harry Kane,
Harry Kane. Even, listen, I'm not his biggest fan, Harry Maguire. Every single time he puts on an English shirt, he tries.
Yeah. By the way, Elliot Anderson, I'm such a big fan of his.
He's incredible.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
He really is. Tommy's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Tommy.
Oh, you would get a Nottingham Forest fan phoning up talking about their own player.
Who are you going to talk about?
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Saka.
All the people that are phoning up moaning, their team ain't top of the Premiership, are they?
It's called. I know you've not won it for a long time. It's called Premier League.
Well, it's called it's Premiership, Premier League.
No, not Premiership, Premier League.
So you won't get an Arsenal fan phoning up moaning. And another thing is, why does people get so offended if someone doesn't want to go to England? Getting in England, you just heard Matey say, playing for England's the best.
Honestly,
it's your
that is
own
a great
preference.
shout. Whenever someone calls someone matey, that's a
Sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying, Tommy. What have you got a problem with?
I got a problem with people moaning that if a player's injured, why do they have to go play a glorified friendly? What if they got injured in that friendly? What if three
but they're
Arsenal
not.
players
You haven't got
injured
six
in,
back.
listen, but if 3 Arsenal players got injured in that friendly, how many did we pull out? How many England players, Arsenal players pulled out of England?
Eze.
But he was injured before. He was injured before.
He's injured though.
Yeah.
It's like you lot are just making headlines.
No, hold on. Calm down. I said international football, and it just so happens that Eze plays for England, but the 5 other players aren't English.
But Alex Ferguson done it every March when you lot was winning the Premier.
But was it right?
There weren't nothing then.
But was it right?
It was right. Yeah, because you lot won. I would rather Arsenal win the Premier League than England win the World Cup.
Yeah,
Do you know what, Tommy? Me and Andy
I say that every day and twice on a Sunday.
Me and Andy have this discussion all the time because I'm the same as you. I'd rather Arsenal win the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Benny, you know what it is? People get blinded by
their country.
Playing for England's your greatest thing. No, some people don't think like that.
Well, who would you rather play for, England or Arsenal?
Arsenal. If there was that's not the question. Is who would you rather? Would I rather England win the World Cup or Arsenal win the Premier?
No, that's not my question.
I would say Arsenal to win the Premier.
Okay, but my question is, who would you rather play for, you personally, England or Arsenal?
If I played for Arsenal, I'll be playing for England. I'll play for both.
No, but who would you rather play? Listen to Tommy. Listen.
Yeah, but you can't really...
No. Who would you rather play for?
It's
right?
2 different teams, Andy.
No. So here, okay, I'll simplify the question for you. You play your entire career for England, for Arsenal, a bit like Steve Bruce did for Man United, but not get a call up, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't play for Arsenal, you play for another club, but you do play for England.
No, I don't understand your question. But what I'm saying is,
okay, let me simplify it even more, right? Would you play your whole career for England and not get... Sorry, would you play your whole career for Arsenal and not get called up? Do you understand that?
I love Arsenal.
No, listen, Tommy, listen. We're only half hour into the show, so it's way too early for me to smash my head against the brick wall. Do you understand this part of the question? Would you rather play for Arsenal and not play for England?
You're telling me...
Tommy, look, we're only move on with this conversation once you've answered it, because I've answered yours, right?
Make no sense.
So, well... Let me finish the question. No, hold on. I'll try again. Tommy, I'll try again. Tommy, I'll try again. Would you rather play for Arsenal your entire career, but not play for England, or you play for another club and do incredibly well and win the league, but you do play for England?
No, Arsenal. Arsenal's my love. Why am I going to win the league with another team I don't love?
That's where we're different. Because personally, for me, England winning the World Cup, me playing for England, is bigger than anything that can be achieved at club level.
There you go. And then Bentley says Goodfellas is a crap movie, and I think it's a good movie. So it doesn't. You can't go on your own. You can't go.
Of course not. And that's why we love football, right?
And I just have enough of people phoning up saying England's the greatest achievement. No, it's not. Raising your kid, raising a family is. Like,
yeah, but hold on. You've just said that different people can have opinions, and now you're having a pop at people's opinions.
Yeah, because they're so strong on it. They're so strong on England's the best thing ever.
Well, that's their opinion.
They've never played for England, and they had a great career.
Yeah, but Tommy, they're allowed to say that. That's their opinion.
That's all, and I'm saying my opinion. Why do they get so angry?
Why are you getting angry?
Why are they so angry?
Why are you getting angry?
They're angry.
Tommy, you're angry. Look at you. How angry are you, Tommy?
Because they get angry. We're gonna.
I like that.
Oh no, Joe just said go to a break. Look at time. Time for a bit of no googling. We'll be joined in the studio by Adam Smith in just a moment. I've already said time for a bit of no googling, Jack. Jack's little face. We want to know. Jack's got hay fever in March. I don't know how that's happened. We want to know which player has made the most appearances as a sub for England without ever starting a game. What an amazing question that is. Which player has made the most appearances as a sub for England without ever starting a game? I'll give you a clue. Bentley knows him well. And talkSPORT listeners know him well. The answer to that and boxing chat with someone we all know very well right after this.
Let's hear from Leo Roshinha following Saturday's 3-0 loss at Everton. Really poor performance from Chelsea at the weekend.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. These players, some of them, this isn't an excuse. This is a reality for some of these players have played already the most games in a season they've played in their career. Up to this point. What I need to do and what I need to do better is make better decisions in terms of team selection, how we freshen the team up, how we rotate the team to make sure that we're competitive in these games. I think having the international break now has probably come at the perfect time for us to regather, restock. And also we have some clear weeks in the weeks to come where we can actually get on the training pitch for the first time and work with these players in what we want.
Right, accept the bit at the end, right? I think that's important on the training pitch.
Ground,
But I ain't having that, it's more than some of these games these players have played and all that stuff. Come on, that's not what the Chelsea fans want to hear. We're talking about a level of performance here. The level of performance the last few games has been extremely poor. First thing you've got to say, and we've not done enough of it today, we've got to say brilliant Everton, brilliant Sunderland, all those kind of things. But we're looking at Chelsea at this moment in time. No, that performance at the weekend and those performances and the defeat against PSG hasn't got anything to do with players having too many games.
No, that's ridiculous. This is an excuse that I can hear. Honestly,
you can't feel tired.
Paris Saint-Germain has played the same amount of games. Look what they're doing. But you cannot compare Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea because they are a different level. But when a manager tries to find that kind of excuses, I think he's putting finger in front of him and he's trying to hide himself.
We're told Spurs are still making up their minds on who's best to steer the club away from relegation. Harry Redknapp had thought Spurs could finish 5th or 6th this season.
But it's been another year of disaster. And people keep saying, well, I know they've got the injuries, but that squad on Sunday was good enough to have got a result.
Spurs are keen to give Igor Tudor space and time following the death of his father. Other options are ex-Monaco head coach Adi Hütter, former Spurs players Chris Hughton and Robbie Keane, although Keane wants a longer-term deal. And we're told Roberto De Zerbi's waiting to see if Spurs stay up. Now, one man who never got the chance to represent his country has told us Ben White deserves his second chance. Kevin Nolan says White's versatility as a player makes him a good option.
What he's got to do now is go and show Thomas that he can be part of a squad and a team for the World Cup.
Meanwhile, the fallout from the Tyne Wear derby continues.
Anthony Gordon is a fantastic player, but he didn't turn up in the first game and he didn't pretty much turn up in the second game apart from the goals. So it's a big statement.
Sunderland legend Kevin Phillips after Newcastle's Anthony Gordon's comments about Sunderland not being very good. And former England coach Paul Farbrace thinks sticking with Brendan McCullum is the right call.
I actually admire Rob Key and the ECB for standing up and actually standing their ground. They genuinely believe they've got the right people.
The ECB are trying to tighten up what they felt was a loose culture around the England Test team following that disastrous Ashes. There's more at talkSPORT.com.
Don't talk, there's a big silence coming up. We don't want to talk in this silence. Before we move on with boxing, the answer to the question, it's a great question as well. Which players made the most appearances as a sub for England without ever starting a game?
You said I know him well.
Yeah, have you seen?
Well, I've seen now.
Okay, Carlton Cole. It's mad, isn't it? Seven caps.
Yeah, I knew it'd be low. He never started.
Oh, you're nasty.
No, but no. It's
what, because he was talentless?
No, he was good.
You're vile.
No, it's good.
How bad's that? I knew it would be that.
Listen, what I'm saying to you. He's a good player.
He's a great player. Still to come, we'll be asking if you'd welcome Ben White back into the England squad with open arms. But now it's time for this.
That's it.
What are you doing?
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
This is The Voice.
Yes, time for The Voice, our weekly feature where we're joined in the studio by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, to take a look at all the week's biggest stories. And he's brought a friend, a guest.
I have.
A British heavyweight with him. But before we talk to your guest, our friend, your hair looks amazing.
Yeah.
You've done something different with it.
You know the
No.
secret. You know.
Don't know what you're talking
Stop
about.
playing. Stop playing.
Why
you
does
know
your hair
that
look-
something arrived in the post, which has some connection to you.
Looks great. What are you using?
Don't give him the. Don't
What are you using?
Oh, Benty.
Please don't.
You weren't here last week. I mean,
Good show, wasn't
it? We missed you, but I didn't miss the hair products.
No.
They arrived.
Did they? Any good?
Yeah, I mean, amazing, Andy. Darren, terrible. I mean, what should I say?
Shame you haven't got enough hair to use it.
There you
Right.
go. There you go. I was waiting for that one.
Introduce us to your guest, would you?
Jordan Thompson, former world cruiserweight title challenger, now a heavyweight, back in action on April the 3rd in Altrincham. Great guy, known him for a long, long time. He's had over a decade in the sport, and at 32, Jordan, it's time to strike now, isn't it?
That's it, man. That's it. I think I saw the cruiserweight division for me was a bit of like a learning curve and a bit of like preparation for the heavyweight game. Enjoyed it, made the most of it, rolled the dice when the opportunities came and they got presented to me. Learned the lessons that I had to learn from it, and looking to put it all on show, man, in the heavyweight division.
You're sparring currently with Derek Chisora, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm led to believe you're the same build and height.
Literally, I think you got me because I'm like the ideal frame of Deontay Wilder. That's what I mean. Tyson Fury, I sparred Tyson Fury for the second and the third fight, and his was the same. It was the speed and the frame.
So, tell us a bit about Derek Chisora then. We'll talk more about you in more detail. But I'm always curious when two guys spar. And someone's been brought in to spar with someone that's got a big fight. I know you're fighting as well very soon, but you've got a big fight around the corner. Are you 70%? Are you feeling, the punches as much as maybe Deontay Wilder would? How much is he? Yeah,
man. I mean, Chisora is what he is, man. He's war by name, war by nature. He's always bringing it. He's got that relentless engine that he's got, and his game is anything, man. His game, tough as old boots, heavy-handed. So now it was the perfect prep for me. Probably the best heavyweight sparring you can get out there, man. It's a workout, and you got to be on your toes. So perfect for me. I benefited from it. I'm sure he did as well. So he's in good nick.
I've always wondered this as well when you spar. If you keep catching him with a particular shot and you keep hurting him, after the sparring, will you then let him know, saying, listen, when we were sparring, I kept hitting you with this shot, so be careful of that when you fight?
I mean, some camps have been like it depends whose camp you're in. Like some people are a bit more open to the chat and the convo. I think with him, to be fair, we were just catching up about life, man. We didn't really speak too much about the boxing. It was more stuff outside boxing and advice here and there. And that's one thing he was really good at, to be honest, man. He's been in the game for years.
Do you think if he wins, he carries on?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He can't. He's got a bit of momentum, and he really loves it. So
that's what I'm saying. Like a fight like this as well, I think it's one of them that's just going to catapult him in and put him in the line for some massive fights. Like the heavyweight division, man, it's always been the glamour division, but there's a lot of big fights at the minute. A lot of opportunities might present themselves depending on what happens next with a few fights. So I don't think he'll be able, if he gets the win here, which I hope he does, I don't think he'll be able to say no.
That's why he's in the glamour division now.
Well, that's what I was going to say. When you look at the amount, and we always talk about it when Smudge is here, that heavyweight division, at one point, maybe a decade or so ago, it wasn't maybe that too many fighters, but now it feels like there's about 10, 15 where they're all huge fights. Literally. Is that why for you're like, this is the right time for me to be in that division? I
mean, for sure. I mean, honestly, truthfully, it wasn't a decision. It was just it became a formality for me. Like it came to a time where I physically couldn't make cruiserweight anymore. I think even 2 fights prior to my last cruiserweight fight, I was already in talks about potentially moving up to heavyweight, and then it just became inevitable. But again, it was perfect timing with the way that the heavyweight division's shaping up now. Even on a global platform, it's massive. There's some big fights, but domestically alone, there's big fights to be made in the heavyweight division. So
I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me. Benny's got it, but you lost to Jarpatai, right?
Yeah,
cruiserweight.
Yeah.
What do you think that the big difference is from you personally fighting at that weight to moving up to heavyweight?
Just being fit and healthy and reassured in myself, and you're not feeling drained, you're not feeling weak.
Because you're fighting at your natural weight.
Because you're fighting at your natural weight.
So why would you choose to fight a weight you're not comfortable with? Or sorry, not comfortable, but it's not easy. It's a struggle to make. I never understand that.
I think for me, it was just a matter of fact about the opportunities that were presented to me. Like I said, 2 fights prior to the Opataya fight, we were already in talks about moving up. I think that was after the Luke Watkins fight. I was in talks with my management. We were like, listen, man, I'm looking to move up, man. And I said, this ain't really comfortable for me no more. But then when you get an opportunity presented to you like a world title shot, it was like you can't say no to that. It's life changing. So, we was grateful for the opportunity. At the same time, we knew the task ahead was going to be tough. But at the end of the day, when you get opportunities like that, like I'm one of them. I'm no stranger to rolling the dice, man. So we went out there, we did our best, came up short. We crack on and we keep it moving.
Who looks after you? Which camp are you in?
I'm in Don Charles. So Don Charles is my head coach at the minute.
And so, what's your next 18 months, providing you keep winning? Yeah. What does that look like for you? How many fights? Where do you expect to go?
I'm looking to be activity's key. That's one thing for me. My career's been a bit stop and start. It's been a little bit stop and start. There's been a couple injuries here and there. So for me, I'm just trying to get as active as possible, stay active, and that's one thing with Matchroom. Even after the last fight, I came up short, but they said, "Listen, we'll get you straight back out. It was a good outing. We'll keep you active. We'll keep you busy." And they've lived up to their word, man. So that's something that I'm grateful for. So I'm looking to get this one. I don't want to look too far past the next fight, but get this fight out of the way.
Andy, Darren, that was a really tough one for Jordan to go out to Orlando, fight Lenia Perro, who's a brilliant amateur, undefeated. He's fighting Jarrell Miller next. But again, like the Jarpatai opportunity, he rolled the dice. And I think Eddie was really impressed with the fact that he took that for his first fight at heavyweight. And now he comes back in Altrincham. Hopefully someone slightly easier to get a good knockout win and get him kick-started for 2026, because activity is key. Jordan hasn't had enough. I've always believed in this guy. 32 is young for a heavyweight. There's huge amounts of fights to be made domestically. I was with Johnny Fisher in the Copper Box the other night, and we've got TKV, Richard Riakporhe, so many at British level. And then, of course, the pool, the melting pot, as Darren mentioned, is massive. The fighters that Frank Warren has that are all over the place, Tony Yoka trains alongside him. He's fighting Lawrence Okoli. You've got Moses this weekend, Jermaine Franklin. Usyk, of course, back. Wardley against Dubois. It's non-stop.
Jordan, I've got to ask you then, because you didn't have an amateur career. Is that correct?
No amateur pedigree. Yeah.
But then when you look at someone like Fabio, now, if ever there was a pathway to take in terms of having not an amateur career, but to become, he's world champion now.
Yeah, man.
Do you look at him and think to yourself, do you know what? It's possible, because a lot's been made of the amateur background, which I understand. But Fabio Wardley's almost come along and just completely ripped all that up. And now look at him.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I've always seen Fabio and heard about his story, and I've always been, I don't want to say a fan, but I've always had a lot of respect. A lot of respect for Fabio and the path he's taken, because I can relate to it. It's a very similar path to me. And it's like, I've never doubted like where I'll get to with my potential. I've always believed in myself and believed in my skill set and the talent that I've got. Even with, like, at the end of the day, the way I say to people, like, I'm learning on the job, like constantly learning. There was no amateur pedigree, no amateur background. I was playing tennis, 11, 12 years ago, and fast forward, I'm challenging for a world title at cruiserweight. Like, so I look back and I never try and dwell on the past, but I do look back and I'm like, you know what? Like I've done half decent there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never content, never fulfilled. I'm a winner, like born and bred, like my mum and dad, both world champions in their respective sports, karate. So challenging for the world title weren't going to cut it, man. Yeah.
Question about that. I have a question about this. No, I've got a question, because me and Andy are always arguing about Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ask your question.
So my argument is, so we talked about this on Sad Passing and Chuck Norris last week.
Yeah, man. All right.
And I didn't realise that Chuck Norris was karate champion of the world 6 times.
Yeah.
And I've always a little bit poking a stick at Benny, because I know he hates it. Yeah, I've always said that Bruce Lee was an actor, not a great martial artist, because he never won a world title, right?
Look at you,
right?
Anyway,
thanks for coming in.
Yeah, that's a tough one. On that note, nah.
Okay, good actor, isn't he?
He was a great actor.
Okay, but great martial artist.
But he was a phenomenal.
we never saw it, though.
But we never got the chance to see it.
It's like you saying Rocky Stallone is heavyweight champion of the world.
No,
in the movies he's great.
No, you can't compare Rocky to Bruce Lee though. Nah. Because Bruce Lee was the real deal. I feel like Bruce Lee acting was his platform to get his message across to who he needed to get his message across to. I feel like if he competed, he would have wiped the floor with everyone.
Can you feel yourself being squeezed?
No. I tell you what's interesting is usually all right, but it's my show, so you're wrong. Hey, listen, what a real pleasure. Just tell everyone where you're fighting next and when they can come see you.
I'll be out April 3rd, next Friday, Altrincham, back up north. So being born and bred up north, man, I'm looking forward to getting back up there. Unbeaten up north.
Good. Live on the zone?
Live on the zone,
Will you
man.
promise us something?
I can promise you.
Are you a man of your word?
I am.
When you become world champion, or just before you become world, will you come back in?
I'll come back in.
We
man,
don't have to
100%.
speak to your people. No, he's busy now.
I'm not one of them.
You promise?
So now you got me, man. You got a direct line to me. Listen, man. Appreciate it, man.
What a nice man you are. Thank you so much for that.
Appreciate you.
You're going to stay in the studio. More boxing chat when we come back live or drive on talkSPORT right after this.
See North London. Can you hear me, Spurs? You're supposed to beating. Jamie O'Hara kicking. Can you? Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God! Can you hear me, kicking? You're supposed to one hell of a beating. Can you hear me encouraging signs? Signs. Can you hear me signs? You're supposed to win a hell of a beating, Beavertown Brewery. 3 Point Lake. The Sainsbury's Stadium, the big cockerel. Can you hear me, cockerel? You're supposed to win a hell of a beating to Darius Defoe. Help me out. Spurs, you're supposed to win a hell of a beating. Has anyone seen the Gunners? Mike Keown. Can you hear me, Keown? You're supposed to win a hell of a beating, Kemper. Matt Lucas MP. Eagle for the forever. Gunnosaurus. Kemper. Arteta's light bulb. Can you hear me, light bulb? You're supposed to win a little bit with the dog. What's up to him? He's alive. Can you hear me, Arsenal? You're supposed to win it.
You are useless. Honestly, you're a shambles for a man. What a weekend of football. Spurs. Oh my word. What on earth happened? What is going on at this football club? We're going down. Spurs are going down. Chelsea. Disrespected the ball again. What's happening to them? They're in shambles. Arsenal, they bottled it in the League Cup final. Does Arteta need to take the blame for starting Kepa in goal?
This is Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and of course the voice of boxing with his wonderful hair. I'm told he's using Goldstein's Golden Paste. Adam Smith is with us in the studio. Still to come, be asking if you are ready to welcome Ben White back into the England setup. Just quickly, Mauricio Pochettino has said that he misses the world of football in England. Spurs fans, get ready for that. Tiger Woods will play competitive golf for the first time in more than a year at the final night of the TGL season on Tuesday. And of course, this weekend, the future heavyweight champion of the world, Moses Itauma, takes on Jermaine Franklin. So let's look ahead to the big fight now with our friends at DAZN.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. Watch Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin this Saturday only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
Yes, a big old night of boxing live on talkSPORT and DAZN this Saturday sees Itauma take on Jermaine Franklin. Moses Itauma is hoping to take the next step towards a heavyweight title, but does come up against a man whose only defeats came against Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. Itauma's won 13 fights from 13. Franklin's won 24 out of 26. Smudge, when I talk about Moses Itauma, and when everyone talks about him, they use the sentence, and I talked to Dave Allen about this on yesterday's show. They use the sentence, future heavyweight champion of the world. Is it that simple? Is he going to be? It's just a question of when.
I think so. Nothing simple in boxing. Unpredictable. Snakes and ladders, different things, tasks, challenges ahead. I would be incredibly surprised if Moses Itauma didn't become heavyweight champion of the world. I'm super excited about him, have been for a long time. Unbeaten as an amateur, unbeaten as a pro now in 13 fights, 11 knockouts. He was sensational against Dillian White. He's been out too long. He should have fought in January. He had an injury. We see him back this Saturday night on Frank's big Magnificent Seven show in Manchester. And he's only had 26 rounds of professional boxing. So the idea of Jermaine Franklin is to give him an extension of rounds, to give him some seasoning, some experience, so that when he does challenge for the major honours, he has that in, and he knows he can rely on that. Whether Jermaine Franklin can do that job. I mean, Jermaine's won his last three. He's gone the distance with AJ and Dillian White. He's never been stopped. But I think Moses is different. I think he's a wonderfully exciting fighter. He's got very fast hands, super feet, a great IQ, moves like a middleweight, hits hard like a heavyweight, with predatory instinct as well, a la Mike Tyson used to be. And he is young, hungry, dedicated, got a great team around him led by Ben Davidson in the corner, and he wants it badly. So I really like him outside the ring. I think he's a great role model. He's very cool. He's a calm, different sort of character. And I think Moses is the heir apparent. I've been saying it for a long time, and I expect him to go in there and perform again on Saturday night.
Would you not so much? First and foremost, I forgot completely that he took out Dillian White in one round. That's something I forgot about. And secondly, as well, when we were speaking to Dave Allen about this, we spoke about the inactivity. Sorry, my throat went a bit funny. Right? Yeah, inactivity with Moses. And I'm guessing they brought in Jermaine Franklin to give him rounds. When does it become a problem? Or do you think it's not a problem if he's knocking these guys out one round? When does he need that?
Well, that's why they brought Jermaine in, Darren. I mean, I spoke to Francis Warren, his manager, and they're going for a whole heap of heavyweights thinking, who can we get? They wanted Jermaine Franklin because he's the sort of unmovable object. I guess he's not been stopped. So can Moses do it? Can he do it quickly? What's going to happen Saturday night? I think other fighters like a Filip Hrgovic, like a Jarrell Miller, tough guys, Andy Ruiz possibly, those sort of guys he needs to sharpen the tools on. But he just could be too good and too classy. He's so young. He's so talented. Yeah. And he could just sort of cut a swathe through all of them. But we don't know. One step at a time. Alexander Usyk, of course, still sort of runs heavyweight boxing the world. We know we've got Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. But you know, Moses against the winner of that. Fabio is the same sort of stable, so that might not quite work. But if Daniel beats Fabio Wardley, that is a fight that people are going to want quicker than not. And then there's the, will he fight Alexander Usyk? And Usyk saying, oh, no, I don't want that fight because he's the next generation, etc., etc. But does the young gun go for it at some point? Listen, he wins a world heavyweight title. He's so young at 21. The world is at his feet.
But that's my question to you so much, because listen, we know how long you've been talking about Moses and how much you like him. If you're not so much if you're promoting him, but do you think he's good enough right now to mix it? Take Usyk out the equation because he is, for me, the best of the best. But do you think he's ready to go now with those boys?
Yes.
Wow.
But you know what? I think it's better from Francis and Frank's point of view that he banks experience, because at some stage He's not going to get rid of someone quickly, and he's going to have to go rounds. And to know that you can do it, I'm sure he can do it in the gym many times, many 10 rounds from 12 rounds. I'm sure he's had in the gym. However, on fight night, under the lights, with those small gloves, it's different. But if you're an opponent, how do you deal with Moses Itauma? A southpaw, a quick southpaw, an intelligent southpaw who can really punch. It's not a great place to be in the other corner. And Jermaine Franklin will go for it because he's a strong guy and he's got ambition still, but I'm just not sure of the level.
Well, the heavyweight division is the place to be. We've got Itauma, Franklin this weekend. We've got fights coming up. Wilder against Chisora, Fury's in action. Fabio Wardley takes on Dane Dubois and Alexander Usyk, all coming up over the next few weeks. But sadly, Smudge, that's all we got time for. Just a reminder, that was a look ahead to Itauma against Franklin with DAZN. Don't forget, you can watch that fight live this Saturday, only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. Watch Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin this Saturday, only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
I was going to break on time, but Smudge, you want to get me in trouble because
we have a talkSPORT show on Friday night.
Yes.
It's like an hors d'oeuvre before the big one, the Magnificent Seven on Saturday in Manchester at Bowlers. I just want to give a shout out to Kyle Davis. He's an undefeated light heavyweight from Stoke. He's 11-0. Great guy. Been keeping an eye on him, helping him a little bit behind the scenes, and he has another step forward on Friday night. Small show, talkSPORT covering it. Spencer and I and Stacey Copeland will be there, and it's a fantastic week of boxing.
Amazing.
Again.
You're fantastic. Smudge,
It's fantastic.
I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a lovely week off. Enjoy the fight at the weekend.
Thank you.
Have you enjoyed
I'll see
Liverpool
you
this
soon.
weekend as well?
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Arsenal did well Sunday, didn't they?
I know. Can we go over? Talk about Brighton. Smudge, always a pleasure. Safe journey back. More from Smudger next week when we come back. Great question. Ben White wants to play for England again. How's that sit with you? I'm not so sure. 03717223344. Do you want to see Ben White play for England?
So look, every game at the moment is going to be tough for Spurs, but that next one up at Sunderland, Harry, that is, I mean, because on the same day, West Ham home to Wolves.
Yeah.
Right? And
I mean, the Sunderland game, Andy, as you say, I mean, they're on the back of beating Newcastle, so they're going to come back home, and the crowd are going to be in a great, they're going to be so up for their team, having just beaten Newcastle, that the place is going to be jumping. What a tough game that's going to be at Sunderland. So certainly not going to be easy for whoever they get in. If they decide to change, it's going to be a tough gig. I mean, at the moment, it's looking more and more to me now suddenly like Tottenham or West Ham, which, I want them both to stay up for sure. But that's the way it's starting to look at the moment. Forest, they look quite strong. They're strong in midfield. The centre halves get on and do a job. They're even talking about, Woodsy coming back, which would be a plus for them. The last few games, they look like they could be okay. So, and Leeds don't deserve to be down there. What I've seen of them this season, they've worked their socks off, and there's been so many games that just haven't quite gone their way. But I think that crowd at Ellen Road, you know as well as anybody how intimidating that can be. So I think Leeds will probably get out of trouble as well. But so it really looks like it comes down to the two London clubs, which is very unfortunate. I certainly would love to see them both stay up.
of the talk of who could keep Tottenham in the Premier League this season, does former midfielder turned coach Gus Poyet back himself?
I can't say no, and I have to trust my ability. I got no doubt. But listen, I like when the clubs, they support the coach. I like it. What Simon said about in 2 years' time we're going to win the league with these players. Yeah. Okay, pick the coach, go with the coach.
Poyet says Spurs need to go back to basics on the field. The situation surrounding Igor Tudor's future is a highly sensitive one following the death of his father. talkSPORT Simon Jordan says the club shouldn't be afraid to sack him, but they do need to tread very carefully.
Whilst the timing is not ideal and the circumstances are not great, it was a decision that we were going to make anyway, and you can handle that, and you handle that properly by doing it from principle to principle.
To the west of the capital, where we're told not to expect any managerial changes anytime soon. talkSPORT understands Chelsea have no plans to sack Liam Rosenior, even if he fails to secure a Champions League place. Meanwhile, the Football Supporters Association has filed an official complaint with FIFA over what they call excessive ticket prices at the World Cup. They're asking for the dynamic pricing model to be dropped. In the meantime, would you pay 135 quid for a replica England shirt? Supporters Travel Club member Nick Jones has done. He says considering inflation, 90 quid for Nike's stadium version isn't unreasonable.
I don't think we should be surprised, but I do recognise there is a lot of money for some people, and that's why they're turning to the likes of, DH Gates and places overseas which are doing those knockoff versions.
Now, what does the future hold for Martin O'Neill? Ex-Scotland forward Mark McGee reckons there's a place for him at Celtic beyond the end of the season.
Maturity and that experience, that now whether it's director of football or whether it's in some sort of mentor role, above the manager and around the manager, I don't see why that can be a bad thing.
And the EFL have confirmed when this season's playoffs will take place, with the finals over the late May bank holiday weekend. Championship games on the last day of the regular season will kick off at 12:30. The final round of matches in Leagues 1 and 2 will start at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 2nd of May. There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome back to Round 2. Drive time on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein. And thinking man's crumpet, Darren Bent.
He is massive. Wow.
He is massive. Still to come, we'll be joined by the founder of Matchroom Sports, Barry Hearn. Good news if you're a snooker fan. But now, will you welcome this man back into the England squad?
To White, through the 6-yard box and in. Ben White on the volley, makes it 5 for Arsenal.
Why on earth would Thomas Tuchel want him back in the squad when he's not prepared to put the hard yards in to be as good as he possibly can?
I'd want to know what happened and why he threw a wobbler and decided to walk out, because you're walking out in your country at that time. It's lots of players would have given a right arm to have been in the squad.
Ben White, who strikes it into the corner. It's a thunderbolt from Ben White.
Yes, Arsenal defender Ben White has been called up to the England squad for the first time in more than 3 years. He's, of course, the player that left the camp during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar after rumours of a bust-up with the coaching staff. He then made himself unavailable for selection for the rest of Gareth Southgate's time as manager. Well, England's players have been taking part in an opening training session at St George's Park this afternoon. We can cross over there now and speak to our England correspondent as we say hello and good afternoon to the wonderful Faye Carruthers. Hello, Faye.
Afternoon, Mr. Goldstein, Mr. Bent. How are you both?
We are tickety-boot in the warm. We can see you now. It looks very windy. It's horrible out, actually, today, wherever you are. Very, very windy out at St George's, right?
It is, and it's just started drizzling. I've had to scrag my hair back, and it's still going in my face. So I apologise for anybody watching on YouTube of the state of me. But
That's okay.
If you're listening on the radio, then you don't really care. It's drizzling here and cold and windy as it usually is in Staffordshire.
I've been apologising about Benty's looks for years on the show, so you're absolutely fine. Right, listen, let's start with that news. Ben White, of course, back in the England setup. Was he involved with training today? And what do you make of him being back in the squad, Faye?
Yeah, they're all training behind me right now, actually. The players that... there's 11 players not involved in this split training squad that Thomas Tuchel has named, and the outfield players all arrived today. And Ben White is in and amongst them right now. He's just been having a lovely chat with John Stones. Everybody seems quite relaxed in each other's company. I have to say, I don't think Thomas Tuchel is the type of manager that would take a risk on a player upsetting the collective that he has created, particularly in those autumn camps in September, October and November that he holds really dear in terms of the players going to be heading out to America. So I'm sure he would have spoken to his leadership group about Ben White being called up late, as it was after 2 pullouts. Him and Harvey Barnes were called up late to the squad, but he seems to have ingratiated himself in with the players that he knows well from, of course, Qatar in 2022, which was when he left. Last time he actually played for England was in a 3-0 win over Ivory Coast in March 2022, so he's been away for a long time.
Faye, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but why do you think he's opted for Ben White over, say, Trent? Because Ben White this season, listen, I'm a huge Ben White fan. He has only made 7 appearances in the Premier League this season, although he's made 21 in all competitions. I'm not going to lie, it surprised me that he opted to go for Ben White over maybe someone like a Trent. Why do you think he's done that?
It's a really good question. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, that feels like a doubling down a little bit, and even more of a statement about not picking Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, when I asked him on Friday during the squad announcement whether or not he'd spoken to Trent about the fact that he wasn't in the squad, having spoken to other players as to why they were in and why they weren't in terms of Luke Shaw, I was really surprised that he hadn't spoken to him. It made me think that perhaps he's not in his thinking. Then, of course, he has the opportunity to bring somebody else up, and we've been getting some consistency from Trent for Real Madrid, albeit, you know, he started on the bench for Real Madrid at the weekend, but came on and made an impact, as did Jude Bellingham, who's out here training, by the way. He got 15 minutes at the weekend. I don't know is the answer. I think that's the most honest answer I can get. It feels as if something perhaps may have happened in the June squad when he was called up, and he's just decided he's not having him at all. We do know that Ben White plays centre-back as well as right-back. That may have something to do with it. He was speaking with John Stones, and it'll be really interesting to know, and hopefully we'll find out tomorrow when I sit down with Thomas Tuchel on matchday -1 ahead of the Uruguay game, which position he sees Ben White competing for, because I think that's the crucial part of that, because he always says that, you know, every single player is competing, you know, for a certain spot, and they all have their clarity of role, so that might give us a little bit more of an indication as to why he's called Ben up.
Do you think as well, Faye, if like I like what Thomas Tuchel's done in terms of this split squad? I think it's a really clever idea, and it's a way of giving these players who have played a lot of minutes rest before they join up with England. But do you think if you're not in this 35 for these particular friendlies, that it's not impossible, but it's pretty much telling you that you're not part of his World Cup plans unless there's an injury?
Well, maybe and maybe not. Thomas Tuchel loves to spring a surprise. None of us were expecting 35 players to be announced on Friday. He's you know, pulled curveballs out before, even saying to me a little while ago, I think it was in the November camp, the October or November camp, that he'd decided that Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane couldn't play in the same team together, couldn't be part of the starting 11, and then goes on and puts them together. So he's one of those characters who he will have his own plans in his mind as to what he wants to do, and if he decides, you know, for example, Ollie Watkins comes out with some great form, Trent Alexander-Arnold comes out with some fantastic form for Real Madrid, and he decides, you know, certain players are out of the running, or he wants a different profile of player, I don't think he's ruling it out at all, but it does feel like a statement, and maybe he wants to know how players react to being left out. Maybe he wants to see, you know, their character in terms of how they react to it. I don't know exactly, but I wouldn't rule out him throwing a curveball at the end of May when we get the 26-man squad that's going to be going out to North America.
Faye, thank you for coming. I can't believe that no one's handed you an umbrella while being on there. That's disgusting. Whoever's there with you, they need a little telling off.
It's what it is.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's
Shame
fine.
on them.
I don't mind.
Shame
I know
on them.
where I stand.
All right, well, listen, keep up the great work for talkSPORT. Thanks for coming on. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll speak to you in a bit.
See you later.
Cheers, Faye.
There you go. talkSPORT's brilliant England correspondent, Faye Carruthers. Let's have a quick chat about the Ben White scenario.
Go on, Benny.
I was going to say, I would imagine your view is going to be slightly different to mine, you being an Arsenal fan. My view is this, irrelevant of who the club that they play for, I just feel you're never big enough to turn your back on England. No one should ever do that. For whatever, you fall out with someone, right? To my knowledge, he's the only player that's ever fallen out with anyone from the coaching staff. And that makes me think, well, why is he falling out with someone? And also, you should always be available. You maybe swallow your pride. If your country comes calling, you play. I just don't like the fact that when it suited him, he turned his back. And now that problem's gone away. And it's like, oh, I'll play now.
Yeah, I don't,
that's my problem with it.
My only thing is, for one, we don't know what happened. Obviously, there was reports of a bust-up and reports that he was made to feel really uncomfortable by the coaching staff as well as Gareth Southgate, which is why he said, you know what, I don't want to be in this equation anymore. So in that respect, I've got sympathy for Ben White, because if he doesn't want to be in that situation, then that's up to him. Obviously, playing for your country, for me, is the biggest honour. Like, playing for my country, when I was no longer getting called up, boy, did I miss it. Like, when all of a sudden, I can remember it like it was yesterday, that very last phone call from Hodgson, when I was injured before the 2012 Euros, and he said, don't worry, get yourself back fit, because at the time I'd played in all the qualified, I was on a great run of scoring for England, and he said, get yourself fit, but I don't really want to take players that I've not played many minutes in the second half of the season because I'd bust my ankle. I was like, no problem. And I never got a call up after that. But so when that phone stopped ringing, oh my goodness, did that hurt? When you're seeing squad upon squad upon squad and you never get back into it. And football's a short career. So in that respect, I'm a little bit like, Ben, maybe could you not have just swallowed it a little bit and gone, do you know what? Just
it's not about you.
I'll do it. But again, it's personal preference. The fact that he's back now, I've got no issue with that. And this is where we're as football fans hypocritical, because if he scores the winner somehow in the World Cup final, no one's going to be thinking.
I know, but
no one's going to be talking about this.
You're right. But we can't have a conversation about what happens if. We've got to talk about the here and now.
Yeah, we always do that.
I know, but we can. Otherwise, you could never pass judgment on anything, because you'll always say, what happens if?
But I'm just saying that I understand people's views, and I get it. It's hard. It's a fan will always find it incredibly difficult to see a player side of things, and I totally get that, because as a fan,
but no player, to my knowledge, has ever had such a bust up with the coaching staff that he's refused to play for him.
But you had Roy Keane leaving the World Cup.
Yeah.
You've had Patrice Evra with the France situation. You've had Benzema. So it happens.
Yeah, but I don't put Ben White in the same situation as all the players you've just mentioned.
Yeah, but I get it. Yeah, because they're not as good. But maybe because he's not as high profile as them. But my point is, they still kind of turned their back on their country and said, "No, I'm not playing." But my thing with Ben is that.
But did they play after? Keane didn't. Did Patrice Evra?
I think Patrice might have done. But my point is, they made the decision. It wasn't the decision of the country. They made that decision.
Okay, fair point.
So I just think for Ben, yes, he's going to get a bit of criticism in terms of some people say he shouldn't come back. Some will say it's not a problem. But ultimately, it's down to him, right?
Is it, though? We are taking your calls. What do you make of Ben White coming back into the England squad? Simple question. Simple number to dial. You can have your say. 03717 223344. Dial that. You'll be next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
Okay?
Yeah. Go for it, Baz.
I just want to say, every Monday mid-morning, we have to listen to Martin going on and on and on. It just becomes too much, and it's making me want Man City to win because he's just moaning all the time.
Don't put it on me, fella. Don't put it on me, Barry. So all those times when we denied, you winning those 3 Premier Leagues back in the day with Sir Ferguson, was that got something to do with it? Yeah, the fact that Man United players, the former players, have all got it against Arsenal. You Man United fans. If you could pick a team without me involved, don't involve me. Just say which is the team you despise the most in the Premier League. Come on, who is it?
We saw what a coward you were when
it's got that big now.
When you were managing,
it's got that big now that you even want your local rivals to win ahead of us. Well done to you. Well done. Look what happened to our local rivals.
To be honest, our main rivals,
Spurs. Start having your own things to go after as a football club. Don't just bash us. When was the day? When was the day Man United wanted to be champions? Will we see that again soon?
What's your results? Yeah, you will see that again, Mark.
Well, because you've got 1 game a week at the moment, haven't you? It's easy for you, isn't it?
Barry, the floor is yours. Finish your call off for me. On you go.
Hey, what score were Man U Arsenal last time we met?
Well, the thing is, let's just put it this way. So we've played 50 games. You're going to play 40 games maximum this season, yeah? Because that's at the moment. What have you? You've got 7 games. You play 33 matches. So you're fresh. When you beat us, you're fresh. You beat Man City as well.
Trophies lately, Man United or Arsenal.
This at Drive on talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent alongside. Still to come in 10 minutes' time, we'll be joined by the founder of Matchroom Sports, Barry Hearn. Just quickly, Jadon Sancho has held talks with Dortmund over return to the club. Spurs could appoint a new permanent manager before the end of the season. If they did, then Roberto De Zerbi would be a leading contender. I don't think that's going to happen personally.
Yeah, me neither.
Right, let's take your calls on all things Ben White. Yay or nay that he's back in the fold? Rick is a Palace fan. What does he make of it? Hello, Rick.
Afternoon, how are we?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you today, sir?
Yeah, not bad at all.
What would you like to say? What's your view on it, Rich?
Well, I don't think he should be in the England squad. I think once you turn your back on your country, you should never get another chance. And I don't know if you boys remember it. You've not mentioned it yet. Back in the mid-90s, England had a B team. And during the good old days of Shearer and Sutton, Chris Sutton got selected for England B and refused to play because he thought he should have been in the main squad.
That's right.
And he never ever played for England at any other level again after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the manager that chooses if you play for England.
I remember.
Not yourself. I think it's terrible.
But and this is my point though. I think it's hard for, and I understand it. It's hard for a fan to have any other kind of feeling towards it because fans are so obviously most of them are patriotic about. Oh my goodness, they can only dream of playing for their country. So why should someone waste the opportunity? So I get that.
Okay, let me ask you this, right? If you had a different manager for 18 months,
Mhm.
and or a year, right? And Ben White was, I don't like the manager. I've fallen out with the manager, right? And he just wouldn't play for Arsenal. Then the manager got the bullet, and Arteta come in and picked him straight away.
Yeah.
Would you have a problem with
No.
a player that said, I'm not playing for Arsenal again? Because Tevez did it, right, for City. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Again, a dressing room's like no other place, is it? On the place, it's such a different kind of dynamic, right? Because some of the players in the dressing room would be saying, "Okay, we understand what you're saying." Now, when he did play, if he put a performance, again, it comes back to that hypocrisy I'm talking about. If he came back with the right attitude, even though he said I ain't playing for him anymore, and then he comes back and then he gives it everything, and you go in the dressing room, you go, do you know what? I didn't like what he did, but bloody hell, is he trying to make up for it?
Yeah.
It's hard. Like in the dressing room, it's very rare the rest of the dressing room will just turn their back on any player.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
No, they're going to stick together.
Because
Right?
of course they are.
Yeah. Nick, from a Rick to a Nick, he's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Nick.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
I'm good, very well. How are you today, Nick?
Very well. Love the show, guys. Love Benty. Love you, mate.
Thanks,
I love you, mate. He said you're all right, Andy. He said,
Yeah, he's Arsenal fan. I'll take all right. I'm happy with that.
I don't think he said all right, actually.
To be in the conversation, he's good enough for me. How are you, Nick? What do you want to say about Ben White?
Do you know what? Look, I don't want to sound like the classic Arsenal fan at all. I just think like what he's done for Arsenal and what he's done over the years, played through injuries, literally one of my favourite players, and I think one of the club's favourite players, and just think like he's too good not to say whatever happened before with Southgate. I just think it really needs to be like hit on the nail with what actually even happened.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, that we just don't know. Obviously, there's guessing, there's been rumours and stuff, but that's the problem. And I think a big part of that was Gareth came out and said, no, there's been no issue, when everyone knew there had been.
Yeah.
He could have just said, listen, there's been a bit of an issue with the coaching staff and Ben White. I don't like the way Ben spoke to one of my coaches. Just do that, and everyone goes, okay.
You can say that.
Of course you can.
I think it's easy just to say, all good.
Well, no, because now we're all guessing. But if you just come out and go, listen, there was a disagreement in one of the...
Yeah, but then we would be doing a show, should the manager have thrown a player under the bus?
That's not throwing him under the bus. No, throwing him under the bus is when you go, we're not playing well, he's doing what he wants. That's throwing a player under the bus. But if you go, there was a disagreement, an argument between the coaching staff, and I don't like the way Ben White spoke to the coaching staff, as long as he's addressed the players first and told them that's what he's going to say, there's no issue.
Gavin is up next. He's a Man United fan. G-Dog?
Hi, Andy.
How you doing, man?
You okay? We okay? I'm good. How are you?
Good, very well, thanks. What do you want to say?
You remember me?
There we go.
I'll be honest, I don't remember what I got up the stairs for.
I was the one who mixed up Darren Bent and Jason Cundy.
Oh, okay. You phoned up a couple of days ago. Oh, when Benty was off?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now I do.
Do you remember him?
Yes.
Harry Maguire.
Yes, I do remember. So he was talking to Cundy for a long time and was calling him Benty.
Okay, it's very nice. I'll take that.
Easy mistake to make. I mean, there's so many similarities. Go on then, Gav. You've got Benty here. What do you want to say?
I'm happy to welcome Ben White into the squad, back into the squad. We don't know completely. I think the fact that we don't know completely what happened between him and the previous coaching staff, and we've only heard rumours about what happened between him, Gareth Southgate, the coaching staff, and the fact that we've now got a new manager, Thomas Tuchel, who's willing to take a second look at him and let him prove his worth again. Yeah. I think he just deserves to be given the second chance to prove his loyalty to England, to the fans, to the manager, and to the other players.
Gavin, that's a really good point, because the fact that Thomas Tuchel's picked him says, okay, hold on a second here. And this is why, if Gareth had explained what had happened, then maybe we wouldn't be guessing. But the fact Thomas Tuchel, as you said there, has picked him, tells you, well, maybe whatever he did was, maybe straight away Thomas Tuchel might have phoned Ben White and gone, listen, what happened? Why did you do?
I bet he's not phoned Trent.
No, he would have done. I think Thomas Tuchel's good like that.
Mate, I don't know. James is up next. Jimmy?
Hello, boys. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Great show, as always.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, so a bit of an exclusive here. I was at...
I like this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you want me to get the talkSPORT breaking news stab? Do you want that?
Yeah, go and get that off your boy Jack.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, you've said off the boy Jack. He might accidentally take us to an ad break or bring up the weather. We don't really... Jack, can you find that? Have you got it? Look at his little face.
It's coming now.
Oh,
he deleted it.
He deleted it, would you believe?
talkSPORT breaking news.
And that is the breaking news that he found it. James, what's your breaking news?
Yeah, so I was at an Arsenal game just after this situation happened. I was actually with one of his family members, Ben White, and something come out. And I know you're an advocate of men's health. I've heard you talk about it a lot, Andy, so on the show. And it was actually brought in that he fell out with Steve Holland, and Steve Holland come across quite rude to him, saying to him he needs to man up and grow up and things like that. And Ben White took it literally. He's quite a big sort of apparently supporter of that situation with men's health, and said he didn't agree with how he was spoken to. So it was nothing to do with performance-wise, and they sort of had a clash. And he was actually sort of put into a room by himself and said, I don't want you socialising with the players. I'm going to speak to Gareth. And obviously, you can see he's a brilliant professional. He's lost his place in the Arsenal lineup to Timber over the last couple of years. He's not kicked off once with Arteta, as we know about. He carries on. He comes in, does a good job. So I think the bigger picture of things, people need to look and realise, Benty, you've played at a high level. You don't get on with everyone all the time.
But do you not? I hear what you're saying, and I'll take everything you're saying on board. But do you not think because your country is calling, you find a way to work it out?
Yeah, 100%. But then, at the same time, I think, if I'm being honest, I'm swinging it around the other way now. But Ben White does come across a little bit stubborn in some situations. If you listen to him in some interviews, he has, turn around, he can come out with some strange
that's not a bad thing, but yeah, I agree.
No, he's a bit of an eccentric person. But, I just think the bigger picture of things, I think you're right. He needs to sort of get back in there and prove he can do it. But I don't think he was going to, agree to terms with Southgate and Holland going forward whilst that, scenarios going on. There had to be a fresh start, and I think he's ready to go in there now and try and prove a place, whether it's right back or centre back.
James, have we spoke to you before?
No.
Okay, make sure we speak to you again. Good call. Thanks, man.
All right, mate.
Cheers,
Nice
pal.
one.
Yeah. Bit of breaking news there.
Trust me.
From James.
Man was in the loop.
I'd heard rumours that suggested he fell out with Steve Holland, but again, just rumours. Nothing's been confirmed.
He does look like a great teammate, though.
He does.
Do you know what he does? Because obviously, again, I watch Arsenal more than you do, but the amount of times he'll back his teammates in terms of...
that's what you want.
Right, there was one, obviously, the Shirky, tried to say, I ain't having that, wiped him out. But even before that, do you remember when Arsenal played Villa?
Shirky was amazing, wasn't it?
Arsenal played Villa, and John McGinn kicked the ball up. I can't remember who it was who was on the deck, and he come steaming in and smashed the ball off of John McGinn's head because he's not having that.
Yeah.
So for all people that I know...
In the trenches, you want someone like that.
They love him. Yeah. His teammates love him.
I still see that. Still to come, we'll be asking if Liverpool need to do everything they can to get Kloppy back. But first, a bit of no Googling. All three players share the record for scoring the most penalties in shootouts for England of 3. Alan Shearer is 1.
In penalty shootouts?
Yeah. That's a great question. I don't think you'll get that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to give you 2.
No, don't give me 2. I'll get it.
If you don't cheat, you won't.
So just read the question again.
Okay, 3 players share the record for scoring the most penalties in shootouts for England. So when England have gone to a penalty shootout, there's 3 players that have each scored 3 goals in a penalty shootout for England.
I'll get that.
Shearer's 1. Who are the other 2? If you don't cheat, you won't get it.
All right, we'll see. Now you're saying that's not recent then. Okay.
No, I didn't say that.
Well,
I didn't say that. You're wrong.
I'll get it.
The answer to that, Benty being embarrassed. And more from me and DB right after this live and drive. Oh, Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn joins us right after this.
talkSPORT breaking news.
Lads, sit down. Here we go. Just listen up, all right? Listen up. We've got 7 games left. Every single game's a cup final. Forget the noise. Forget what's happened. Just go out there, put your heart on your sleeve, and go and make something happen. Forget everything that's happened throughout the season. Forget what's happened, all right, on and off the pitch. Now is the moment. A 7-game season. Every blade of grass, every single pass, every header, every tackle matters. Every piece of running on that pitch will get us across the line. And it only will happen if you all stick together and make it happen. I can't do it. I can't be on the pitch. All I can do is set you up to go out there and make it happen for yourselves. Stick together through thick and thin. We hunt together. We fight together. We press together. We tackle together. We get back together. And we will get this done. And at the end of the season, you can all come and see me and knock on my door. And if you want to leave, you can leave. But right now, we are one. We are the team that is going to stay in this Premier League. Forget West Ham. Forget Nottingham Forest. Forget Leeds. It's about Spurs. And we are Spurs. And to dare is to do. Now come on, let's get 3 points!
That's quite good. I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps.
Who would have thought a sporting event's halftime show could have a bigger impact than the game itself? That seems to be the case with the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2024, Usher brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centrepiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers, and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until '93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
Driver talkSPORT me, Andy Goldstein, the ledge that is Darren Bent alongside. Before the break, asked a question that Benty said, I know the answer to that. Just checking you're not cheating. 3 players share the record for scoring the most pens in shootouts for England, 3 each. Shearer's 1.
Well,
the other 2.
My original guess was going to be Harry Maguire.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
That is your guess?
Well, it was going to be him or Eric Dyer. But I've opted. Now I'm looking at your face. I'm going to go Harry Maguire.
No.
Okay.
I said you'll never get. I'll give you 10 goes. You won't get it.
David Platt.
Yes.
Is it? Because I swear. Look, I didn't cheat. I swear to anyone's life.
How did you get that?
Because I just threw it out there. He was the first.
I don't believe that.
I swear
You're
my
such
kid.
a lie.
I swear my kids.
All right, you need one more. No, you don't get it.
Oh,
that's unbelievable shout.
I just threw out David Platt. Threw it out.
That's unbelievable shout. You didn't cheat.
I swear.
All right, I believe you. Who's the other one? I'll give you five guesses. We haven't got time for 10. Five guesses.
I'm going to go with Bex.
No.
Okay, well, I'm down. Kane.
No.
Rooney.
No.
Let's go back then. Did I back a few? Sheringham.
No. One more. You'll kick yourself.
Oh, okay. They said that. Arsenal.
No, not because.
Oh, well, I got Arsenal. Platt.
Yeah.
I'll kick myself.
You played for 2 Italian sides, Platt.
Yeah, Sampdoria and Bari, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know where that's come from. But I don't know where.
Quick.
Give up. Who is it?
Michael Owen.
Oh, okay. Hey, Platt
David
is
Platt.
unbelievable. Do you know what it was?
David Platt's unbelievable.
When you said it, I don't know why. It just, I thought of the 7, the number shirt 7,
Yeah.
and he just came to my Platt.
Did he do well at Arsenal?
He was all right.
Yeah. Where was it? It was Villa. Where did he come from to go to Arsenal?
Platty. So he was at.
He was at a much smaller club.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's going to annoy me now. I will get that.
I bet you don't.
I bet I do. I'm sure he went to Villa. You didn't sign him from Villa, did you?
So he was at.
Don't tell me the club that Arsenal signed him from.
So we got him. Okay, no, we got. Okay, yeah. Who do you think he started? I'll give you a clue.
I was a tiny little club. Wasn't it?
Danny Murphy, same place.
Oh my goodness. Go on.
Crew.
Oh, okay.
Crew to Villa.
Oh, then you got him from Villa, did you?
No, Villa to Bari.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bari to Juve.
Yeah, and then you signed him from Juve.
Juve to Sampdoria. And then Sampdoria to Arsenal.
I would never ever have got that chain of events. That's unbelievable. Isn't
Well, you know what's weird because he went 88 to 91 Villa, then 91 to 92 Bari, 92 to 93 Juventus, 93 to 95 Sampdoria. Just chop and change every year.
That's good, don't it?
Good player, wasn't he? Do you know what's quite sad? Not sad, but you know, you get some you do. I mean, he was Man United as a kid. Do you know that, right? Play.
He what?
He was at Man United as a kid.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Right. You get great players that don't get talked about because of just.
What do you mean?
Like, so there's so many great players out there.
Peter Beers is another player that was at Man United as a kid.
People don't talk about him, but he's a great player.
They don't talk about him at Man United.
No, I'm just talking about in general. We've been blessed with so many great players.
Yeah.
All different nationalities, but you almost forget they exist.
Yeah, because you've got to be like because we've been blessed with so many good players, right?
Yeah. Like you just forget. Like David Platt was a really good player.
Yeah. I don't think he was a great player though, was he?
Brian Robson, great player.
Of course, you're Captain Marvel.
But I feel like I don't remember that era.
Oh yeah, yeah. Brian Robson was unbelievable, better than Keane.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
But that's the thing. You almost forget about it because we're just blessed with so many.
We said we should bring a little game in, great or not great, and players like David Platt. I think he's borderline Platty, right?
I can give you 5 right now.
Go on then. Great or not great?
Yeah. Zamorano.
Why have you pulled that one?
Because I don't know where that came from.
Attilio Lombardo.
Hey, good player.
Or Lombardi or Lombardo?
Sampdoria. And Palace.
Yeah, and Palace, yeah. The Bald Eagle he was
I'd
called.
say a good player.
Ravanelli.
Good player.
Not great.
No.
Emerson.
From Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Good player.
Juninho.
Good player.
Tino Espria.
Good player.
Well, you're not putting any greats.
Mate, if you start
Les Ferdinand.
Good player.
Wow, okay.
If you're going great, like if you threw in a Batistuta, great.
Okay. What about there's one, hold on. Who was the French, I think it was French, Newcastle defender? Philippe Albert, where was he from?
I'm not quite sure, but are you framing?
Yeah.
Like, good player.
Most obscure.
Actually, probably, yeah, good player. He was a good player.
Yeah, okay.
Good game, that. I like that.
Yeah.
R9.
Talking about.
Dino. Here we go.
Overrated.
Yeah, honestly.
For 4 seasons, he was great.
No.
Here's the thing with Dino, right? I just don't think you can be considered one of the game's greatest ever if you didn't have longevity in the sport.
Okay, would you rather play for 20 years and be good?
Yeah,
no, finish my question. Yeah? 20 years, longevity, play at high level, Champions League every year?
Yeah.
Or would you rather for 4 years win the World Cup, Ballon d'Or, and the Champions
I'd
League?
rather have Beck's career than Ronaldinho's.
I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't because you love Ronaldinho, but Beck's, look what he accomplished.
Has he won the World Cup?
No.
Ballon d'Or?
No.
Well, oh, there you go. Eat that. There you go.
Yeah, but he had longevity. He had longevity.
And was he considered the best player on the planet?
Third, I think, was the best.
Is that one?
No, but you
listen. We love Bex, but Bex would even say you're wrong.
Did you understand that? Do you understand that?
Yeah, no, I know you talk about longevity.
Henri is not fit to lace Ronaldinho's boots in your world.
Oh, he's fit. He could lace his boots.
Okay, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, and look, Henri had a longer career, longevity than R9, right? Because R9's better. You'd rather R9 than Thierry.
Joe's having kittens now.
I love Andy.
Cheers, Bex. I love you too, man.
And what else, Jack? Did he?
Yeah. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting, actually. I want to get your views on this, Dee. PSG have asked to postpone their League 1 game against title rivals Lens, which falls between the two legs of the Champions League quarter-final against Liverpool. Now, PSG are due to visit Lens on Saturday, the 11th of April, 3 days after hosting Arne Slot's side and 3 days before the second leg. Liverpool are set to host Fulham on the 11th of April. French football expert Julien Laurent spoke to H&J earlier and gave his reaction to that.
Lens can say whatever they want. It's not their decision, it's the league decision. So the league will have to decide what they want to do. It's massively controversial, obviously. PSG did it between the two Chelsea games, who were back-to-back as well. And this time will be the last one, though, Paul, because there's only one window then when you can replay this game. I think it would be really unfair on Lens, on the league, in terms of ethic, in terms of the kind of example that you could show for the people watching your league who... This will be the league final because they, as you said, head to head, neck in neck, or for the title. I don't think it would be a good thing to postpone it. I think it make a joke of the league.
What do you make of it? Do you think it's fair on Liverpool and Lens of PSG have their game moved?
I mean, listen, for the French league, I know they're a point above Lens in the league, but PSG run that league, didn't they? Like the champions of Europe, they govern that league.
But do you think leagues should do more to help out their teams in the latter stages of big comps?
Potentially, yeah, because you've almost earned the right by what you've done being successful. So why not? But I can understand the uproar because Lens are thinking we've got a chance here.
Yeah,
we've got a chance here. So I see both sides of it.
I think the whole structure needs to be exactly the same
across Europe.
Yeah.
So
I think if one league can move it, all leagues can move it.
Yeah, but I think they need to do that to work in tandem so that. Because there's way too many games in there. There's competitions coming out of everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. There's so many games, and the World Cup's now expanded. It's probably going to get bigger again.
Yeah.
So I think across the board there needs to be some kind of ruling that favours everybody, not just that happens in France with PSG. It's got to happen across the globe.
Yeah. Would you? I don't know if I'd like to see it in this country.
But you guys pulled out of the FA Cup for what reason again?
Well, we were asked to by the FA.
Because of what?
To play in the Club World Cup.
So
and there were matches, I think it was the third round of the Cup, coincided with when, might have been the fourth round actually, with when that competition, the World Club Cup, was being played.
And you opted to go to the Club World Cup?
Well, there was if you read Fergie's book, there was pressure put on Manchester United to have to play in the FIFA World Cup.
Whereas as Liverpool, it happened to them, same night, wasn't it? Or one night after the other, and they had to put out a completely different...
Yeah. I don't know why we didn't put out a B team. I still don't know the reason why.
Yeah. So I think if it goes across Europe and there's a way of kind of making it fair, then if it's in black and white, no one can have any moans up. But when it comes off the cuff like this and people just ask for a special dispensation, then
it's a little bit unfair for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if it's across the board from the start of the season, or they go, listen, this is the rule. If you get to this point, then this is going to have to get moved to this point. Then people go, all right, well, at least we know.
We were meant to be joined by Barry Hearn. He's on a train, bad signal. So I'm looking at my producer now. Is there a chance we can still get him in the show? He's literally gone 6-7 through the window. 6-7.
Probably a Vanty as well.
He's what?
Probably a Vanty trains.
Why has he not got like Eddie Hearn's Beamer? Roller. Why has he not got that?
Yeah, train's quicker though, isn't it? But I'm telling you now, the signal on a train, even with Wi-Fi, terrible.
But you think he'd get his dongle out, wouldn't you? Can you use your dongle to make phone calls?
Yeah, because Wi-Fi, innit?
Why is Barry Hearn not getting his dongle out on the train?
Slap it on the table.
Yeah. I bet he's got a massive dongle. Still to come on Drive. We'll find out what on earth was happening on White and Jordan this morning.
Ram it somewhere. Open it in your mouth.
What the hell is going on here? No, seriously. What kind of clip is that?
Jack, man. What are you doing with that? Well, if Jamie O'Hara is getting a little bit ahead of himself,
Might have one of them genius brains, mate.
One of them genius brains. There's so many contradictions in the sentence. I mean, if Liverpool need this man back at the club.
Jurgen Klopp rewriting history, one piece of silverware at a time.
All that and loads more coming up on Drive on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. When we come back, my favourite part of any show. If you've not heard it, stick around because right after this is the best bits of talkSPORT.
Man, and shove it in your mouth today.
When you take a step back and you look, what are you seeing at Chelsea?
Well, I think it's completely different to what was Chelsea a few years back. I think a few years back, even the coach knew if you don't win the league or if you don't win a big trophy, you're out.
Simple as.
Abramovich, simple. I mean, Mourinho won a couple. The year they didn't win it, man, Ancelotti, similar. Conte, similar. Mourinho go back, similar. It was quite clear. Now it's a little bit different because the top is doing different things, in a different way. What I don't like, coach point of view, is when there is too many rumors about the coach. For example, Maresca, no? It was the big rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, about the change in the place at a certain time that he's been told.
Because he was the one that was leaking it to his mates in the press.
Okay? Now, what that helped to the new coach? And I'd say to you, Dom, you make a change after 60 minutes and people is going to say that you change it because you've been told to change it. You don't have a chance to win it. You are not making the decision because it's been out already. So for Liam, it's been a situation which is impossible to win. Whatever he does, is going to be people talking because of the rumors of Maresca. So you are already in the beginning in a position which is difficult. And then, the ones that we like to speak, because Liam likes to speak a lot, then people start taking everything you say against you, especially if you don't win. If it was
Analyze it.
Analyze it to the last bit.
It's a drive on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here, along for the ride. Still to come, we asking if Liverpool need to do everything they can to get Clippity Klopp back. Right, our latest competition has landed, and it's a big one. talkSPORT giving you the chance to win £20,000. Blimey, completely tax-free as well. 20 grand could be yours. Don't miss your chance to win this life-changing amount of money. Listen up on how you can enter. It's very simple. For your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338. That is it. A text will cost you £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or if you want to call, you can 0343 418 7260. Lines close at on the 9th of April this year at 4 p.m. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. Time now for this. 20 grand. It's a lot of dough, isn't it?
It's a lot of dough.
Life-changing. Tax-free as well. I like that. Right, time for the best of talkSPORT. You know the rules by now. We'll kick things off with last night's kick-off. Here's the GOAT, Adrian Durham, discussing TV with Darren Lewis and Danny the Smurfy Murphy.
Actually, Darren, you watched The Office? You seen that?
Yes, I have seen
You have watched The Office? Gavin and Stacey done that?
No.
Flipping heck, honestly. It's unacceptable.
Middle to upper.
Do you ever watch football, by the way?
Once or twice.
How do you feel about Gavin and Stacey? You fan of it?
No, I've never watched it.
Why not?
Not an episode.
You're not into it?
No, it just wasn't my cup of tea, really.
I think you'd like it.
Why would you think I did?
Well, you like comedy. I think you'd like it. Why are you being so defensive?
No, I'm not. I've never watched an episode of Gavin and Stacey.
I know, but you haven't watched Amanda until last week. You like that?
Loved it, yeah. I think I tried Gavin and Stacey. It weren't for me.
Try again.
No.
If you could only bring one TV show box set to a desert island, which would you pick? So convoluted way of saying what's your best box set.
But I can have all the seasons. So if there's been 10 seasons, I can have 24. Not even close. Jack Bauer, Kiefer Sutherland.
First three were good.
Nah, mate, trust me, they're all good.
What, the last series, there was only 9 of them.
Yeah, weird that.
That was fair. What's the most overrated TV show of all time?
Do you know what? That's an hard one, that. Overrated TV show of all time, but after watching
Game of Thrones.
That's unbelievable. That's underrated.
So overrated.
That's incredible.
So overrated.
Do you know what? Probably Breaking Bad, you know.
That's unbelievable.
No, I loved it, but when you think it's not one you'd go back and watch again. It's a bit like, and
you don't have to. It's great in its time.
No, and at times you have to dig in, man. It's hard to watch.
I thought it was amazing. Yeah. Don't forget, of course, you can download 21 Minutes to Go, the podcast, for all your needs.
Mate, that's not even the read. The read is Adrian returns on Friday.
He's got enough people.
Night bringing you live commentaries. England take on Uruguay.
Don't mind Adrian. 21 minutes to go.
Don't download it.
Adrian, don't. 21 minutes to go this week.
Don't do that. On to this morning's White and Jordan. Real good podcast, that. Here's Jim and Simon discussing the weather.
Taking advantage of decent, mild weather.
Yes.
It's going to rain, isn't it?
Or is it?
Apparently.
Later, I saw you come in with your brolly, which you...
I'm prepared.
You lean against the studio table here.
Yes, no, what I want to do with it is some of this is what I want to do with it.
Is ram it somewhere.
Open it in your mouth.
Jeez. No need for that, is there? I never thought of some say.
What's your favourite radio-friendly insult?
You're a Burke.
Okay, nice. What's your best advice for always winning arguments?
Well, if you don't want to lose an argument, just do this. Yeah, you're right, I know.
Okay.
And that, honestly, that can destroy a woman.
If the weather was...
you leave that. Yeah, you're right.
If the weather was the same for 365 days a year, what temperature would you want it to be?
Is the sun shining?
Yeah. What's the temperature? So like 30 degrees is too hot. Every day for 360, that's way too hot.
Yeah.
Around 26.
52, 80, that's 80. Yeah, I'll take 26.
Yeah, 26, nice.
That's bang on the money.
Yeah.
Perfect for golf.
Hey, absolutely superb. Right, listen, for all the best bits of the show, make sure you check out Outspoken, wherever you get your podcast. Great podcast, Outspoken.
Outspoken? It's not even a podcast, so you're lying now. Why are you lying?
Outspoken.
Let's finish with last night's Sports Bar. He's the fun boy, Jason Cundy, star of 21 Minutes to Go, praising Jamie Hearn for his ability at musical quizzes.
Yeah, have you got superpower?
It is actually ridiculous.
I
might have one of them genius brains.
Well, maybe you got a little. Maybe there's something going on about that.
It's just maybe a little bit underdeveloped.
Well, but I think you store information that's rubbish. But actually, when you come to do this, who knew? Who knew?
Who knew that O'Hara?
40 years after the little O'Hara was thick at school. Who knew?
39.
And that's the bit he argues with, not the thick at school bit, his age. Is O'Hara actually a secret genius?
No.
That might be the easiest question you've ever been asking in life. What's a hidden talent of yours that listeners will be surprised to hear?
I can sing.
I don't think you can, mate.
It was a secret, you didn't know.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Go on, give us a little note.
No, because the secret will be out then.
It will be. What? Why are you playing the music out?
No, I just said I wasn't.
Why don't you listen? Because he said. What is your best subject at school outside PE?
Remember, I was very good at
No.
Spanish.
You're right.
No, my best.
No, honestly, what was your best subject?
Home economics.
Well, you could cook stuff.
Yeah, I can cook now. Yeah, home economics.
Yeah, but when you were 14, you couldn't cook.
Yeah.
What were you eating? Crumpet?
No, I can make anything.
Like,
chicken.
A bit of chicken.
Yeah, I can make some chicken.
What? 14, you're making chicken?
Yeah.
I don't think you.
DT was alright. I didn't really care. Science was alright.
Yeah. Bunsen burners.
Yeah. Oh, is it splint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not heard that word for years.
Yeah, splint. Yeah.
I used to like the Bunsen burner.
Yeah, I think everyone did, right?
Yeah. Do you remember you had those? We had blue robes that you apparently couldn't set fire to. Do you remember that?
No.
So we all tried to set fire to them.
Honestly, what school did you go to?
You couldn't because they were fireproof.
Someone's put here. How did you get? I don't mean they've been
Good words.
How did
Is that O'Hara texting in?
How did any get from 36 to 80 in his working out?
And you stopped the show for that?
Yeah, because I can't understand it.
Is that it? You finished?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
26 degrees.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We talked about the temperature.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
How have you got working out?
Double it and add 30.
So 36.
26.
Degree. Oh,
52.
He's at 36.
No, that'd be 102.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had that chat. The boys are back tonight at 10 o'clock for more Cunny. Check out.
No, it doesn't say. It does not say that.
No, it should say that. I don't know why Jack's not put.
No, I'm going to
check out.
No, you're annoying me.
No, I'll tell you what.
No, I'll do it. The boys return at 10 p.m. tonight, and for more Cundy, check out wherever you get your podcast. New episodes drop every Monday and Thursday, and you can find all of our other shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2, and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment. And in my opinion, Outspoken is the one that you need to download.
What do you...
It doesn't even say 20 minutes to go there.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Why are you so anti 21 minutes ago?
No, listen,
you should be helping me out.
I can only read what's on the paper.
You should be helping me out.
So check out more Cundy.
Okay, if you were going to download a podcast, what one would you download? What would you suggest to our listeners?
What, if I had to download one podcast?
Yeah.
The Overlap.
Right, a TalkSPORT one.
I'll tell you what, Outspoken's unbelievable.
You've never listened to it?
21 minutes ago, review the podcast. Said no one. Got him.
I'm the right to Ipswich Town. Oh, let's talk about Ipswich Town later, shall we? Yeah, we'll do that, Joe. Yeah, we definitely do that.
Great club, that.
Yeah.
Look at
so much, I can't say it. Depending on your political view. That's fine. I didn't say. When we come back, we'll be talking about Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool fans, do you need to get him back before he signs for Real Madrid?
Yeah, that is funny.
talkSPORT understands Enzo Fernandez is open to a move to Real Madrid this summer. No surprise there.
No.
A transfer to the Bernabeu would be viewed as a dream move for the Chelsea vice-captain. Is that one or two I'm just beginning to think maybe jumping ship here, Andy? With you?
Yeah, look, and player turnover at a club like Chelsea is always significant. It happens. For him, I don't think Enzo has been unbelievable since he's come to Chelsea. He's had moments where he's pinched a few goals and he looks decent, but I don't think... I think if you were able to get... Well, I don't know what sort of money you would get. I would only imagine it would be... I think it'd be less than what they gave for him now. But I think if you were to get close to that, I don't think Chelsea would be massively disappointed maybe if he left or if he had to go. I think there are others you'd absolutely need to keep. and try and improve a little bit more. If he's already got eyes on Real Madrid and he's already had his
head turned
a wee bit, then if you're going to get, what did they give for him, Ali? Was it 100 on the dot? Or was it
I thought it was 105 or something. Maybe 100. It was certainly round about that figure, which is an incredible amount of money.
I can't believe they're going to get any more than sort of probably 75, 80
that's
for him. Is that what you would think?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We had that figure in my head.
And I think if you got that, you've had him there, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, I don't see him pulling up many trees in that position, really. Not really. Not quite.
With all of the talk of who could keep Tottenham in the Premier League this season, does former midfielder turned coach
I like when the clubs, they support the coach. I like it. What Simon said about in 2 years' time we're going to win the league with these players. Okay, pick the coach, go with the coach.
Poyet says Spurs need to go back to basics on the field. The situation surrounding Igor Tudor's future is a highly sensitive one following the death of his father. talkSPORT Simon Jordan says the club shouldn't be afraid to sack him, but they do need to tread very carefully.
Whilst the timing is not ideal and the circumstances are not great, it was a decision that we were going to make anyway, and you can handle that, and you handle that properly by doing it from principle to principle.
To the west of the capital, where we're told not to expect any managerial changes anytime soon. talkSPORT understands Chelsea have no plans to sack Liam Rosenior, even if he fails to secure a Champions League place. Meanwhile, the Football Supporters Association has filed an official complaint with FIFA over what they call excessive ticket prices at the World Cup. They're asking for the dynamic pricing model to be dropped. In the meantime, would you pay 135 quid for a replica England shirt? Supporters Travel Club member Nick Jones has done. He says considering inflation, 90 quid for Nike's stadium version isn't unreasonable.
I don't think we should be surprised, but I do recognise there is a lot of money for some people, and that's why they're turning to the likes of, DH Gates and places overseas which are doing those knockoff versions.
Now, what does the future hold for Martin O'Neill? Ex-Scotland forward Mark McGee reckons there's a place for him at Celtic beyond the end of the season.
Maturity and that experience, that now whether it's director of football or whether it's in some sort of mentor role, above the manager and around the manager, I don't see why that can be a bad thing.
And the EFL have confirmed when this season's playoffs will take place, with the finals over the late May bank holiday weekend. Championship games on the last day of the regular season will kick off at 12:30. The final round of matches in Leagues 1 and 2 will start at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 2nd of May. There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome back to the last hour of Drive talkSPORT. It's me, Goldstein. It's him over there, Darren Bent.
Love the burn, man.
No idea about that. Still to come, I'll be asking if PSG should be allowed to move their league games to help them out in Europe.
So we just done that?
We have done that, yeah. Someone forgot to delete that bit. But now, do Liverpool need to do everything they can to bring this man back?
Jurgen Klopp rewriting history, one piece of silverware at a time. A wave of the right foot towards it, another appeal for a handball, it's Origi, it's 2-0, and it is the European Cup for Liverpool.
I've got to say, I miss him.
I do too.
I miss him. I think he was great for the game. He was great for Liverpool. Great for us. Plenty to talk about.
They're irresistible, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, when they're at their best. They were so good to watch.
It's Premier League. I love it.
Jurgen Klopp has called reports that he will take the Real Madrid job in the summer. Nonsense. He has been linked with a move to replace Arbelow at the end of the season. He told reporters, and I'm quoting here, if Real Madrid had phoned, we would have heard about it by now. But that's all nonsense. They haven't even called once. Not once. My agent is there. You can ask him. They haven't called him either. For my age, I'm quite advanced in life, but as a coach, I'm not completely finished. I haven't reached the retirement age. Who knows what will happen in the coming years, but there's nothing planned. Now, Jurgen Klopp has been one of the best managers we've seen in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think anyone can really dispute that. I do believe that if Real Madrid came calling,
Yep.
and so did Liverpool, there's only one winner there. For a couple of reasons.
Liverpool.
No, Madrid, for a couple of reasons. One, Madrid is in Spain and Liverpool's in Liverpool.
Mm.
Well, I've said that about Manchester as well. It's always raining in Manchester. You just got the sun all the time.
I don't know if
It's a nicer place to live in Madrid than it is.
Yeah, but I almost look at Liverpool like it's his club, man.
Well, I was going to say as well, he's sort of done it. I never think if you're successful as a coach or a player, more of a coach, it's never a good idea to go back.
Jose did.
He did.
He won.
But yeah, you're right. Eventually got fired again.
Yeah, but still.
It's very rare. You're right, but very rarely does it happen, right?
David Moyes, Everton.
Yes. Yeah.
So, no, do you know
that's just my feeling. Because he was amazing at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he built up. I don't think we'll see the likes of the squad that he built up again. And I'll tell you, I've said it many times, 4 of his first teamers were arguably 4 of the best players I've ever seen in the Premier League.
Yeah, in their position.
I don't think you can build that again.
They had players in that team. Certainly the one that he built. The Salah, Mane, Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Robertson. Like he built this team. Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. The amount of times that they finished second somehow. I still can't get my head around it. Liverpool finished second with 97 points.
Yeah.
How do you get 97 points and you don't win? That's crazy. Then I remember they finished second with 92 points. Again, Manchester City. And it almost feels like it was Pep, Klopp, them two going at each other all the time. And he did wonderful things. Like he won everything. FA Cups, league title, the league title. What else
He won everything.
Absolutely everything, right? I think if the options are there and they both come calling and say, listen, we want you to manage next, I think he goes back to Liverpool.
Why?
Just because that's his club. Those supporters absolutely idolised him.
But isn't Real Madrid the one?
Do you know what? It is the one, but in terms of stature and the club, I get it. Real Madrid is like, as any player, it used to be, if you can get to Barcelona or Real Madrid,
Yeah.
you're there.
I still think that's the same for a manager.
Right. But you got to look at the options that you've got, and you've got to look at also the clubs, and you've got to take them at face, not even so much face value. If the players don't like you at Real Madrid, you're gone. Like the players at that club,
they dictate.
They dictate as to what guys are like. Xabi Alonso's record at Real Madrid weren't that bad, but the fact that he tried to change too much and be too much of a coach, the players didn't like it. They got him the sack, right? Ancelotti, who was class, right? He almost had that approach because I was listening to Bale talk about Ancelotti on another podcast I was listening to, might have been 20 minutes ago, and he was talking about Ancelotti. If he needed to do the tactical stuff, he would. But most of the time, he'd say, you're playing there, this is what we do, away you go. And that's why he got the best out of those squads of players that he had. Zidane was very much the same as well.
Yeah.
I can't see Jurgen Klopp being like that. He's too like Xabi Alonso, like involved side of the pitch. You do this, run there, work hard. Can you imagine Liverpool at their best? When they used to press the life out of teams, you get Mane, Firmino, Salah, Wijnaldum, Henderson. They used to press like maniacs, didn't they? The moment they lost the ball, they were after you. Imagine him chilling and Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, and them boys. They're not doing it. So he'll look at that and go, do you know what? Nah.
I know sometimes it can be a pain in the backside.
Yeah, he'll be like,
right?
nah.
But sometimes to get the best, it's going to be a bit of a pain. Like my analogy in our meeting, right, with Jennifer Lopez, right? I think she's hard work.
Yeah.
The reason she's been with Ben Affleck a couple of times and then they've got married and split up, she's hard work.
Mm.
You're still going to date Jennifer Lopez, right? You know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but it's different because with your analogy, you need to add. You got J-Lo there. You need to add Halle Berry next to her because Halle Berry's Liverpool.
No, I don't think Halle Berry is Liverpool.
What? Even like, are you trying to say that Halle's not nice?
No, I'm saying Halle Berry is above Liverpool. I'll put her on the same level as J-Lo.
But you're saying Real Madrid is way above Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
Oh, come on. That was so good, that one.
Yeah,
that was so good.
No, I think...
I just think sometimes when you've got a big job in football, right, and the biggest come calling, you can't turn them down, especially if you've been at a club and been successful already. Like Dalglish, right? Was playing manager at Liverpool. I think he did the double. Then went back there after. Just didn't work out.
I get it.
And it's tough.
But I think with Liverpool, and they've seen it before, they'll give him time to build and get that squad back. Real Madrid don't get no time, man. No time whatsoever. And I don't think Jurgen Klopp wants to operate like that.
Can he not go to Liverpool after it fails at Real Madrid?
Well, just say Liverpool get Xabi Alonso and he's there for the next 7-8 years.
okay,
And he's not. But I just look at Jurgen Klopp. He's not a manager that's just going to sit there and go on, you guys just go and do what you need. He's a good coach. He's a good manager.
Yeah.
He wants to get involved.
But do you think he can build that squad? Because
Liverpool? Oh, my goodness. With the pieces that they've got.
Yes, but okay.
He's walking into a dressing room with Wirtz.
Yeah.
He's got two centre forwards that are worth nearly, they are worth 200 million.
250 million.
Between them.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got those. You've got Salah still, he'll be gone. But he'll get
Van
someone.
Dijk will go soon. Alisson will go soon.
But still, the squad's still there. You've still got young pieces in that team that can still do a job. His first season at Liverpool, they finished 8th. 60 points. Eventually, he went 8th, 4th, 2nd, then 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 5th.
Do you not think Liverpool fans would want a fresh start? Like I would, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be quite excited at the fact that Alonso might be coming in.
Yeah. Again, that's a different discussion. But if they want Alonso, then that's fine. But if you're asking me who they prefer, Slot to go and Klopp to come back, Klopp's got to come back.
What do you think they should pull out all the stops to get Klopp?
Well, it depends what direction they want to go in. Because if Xabi Alonso has made it clear he wants to manage Liverpool, then maybe you go that younger, fresher route. But
if they both wanted to manage Liverpool.
Oh, see, I think that you're going to get some Liverpool fans that are going to... I think it'll be torn. It's not going to be like heavily in favour of one or the other.
You don't think so?
No, but I think they'll probably want Xabi Alonso. Just new, fresh.
You?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting
ask a question.
That is the question I will ask then.
J-Lo Halley? No.
No. If you've got the option of Alonso and Klopp, Liverpool fans, who would you rather have in the dugout next?
Who would you rather have at Man United?
Out of the two of them?
Yeah, character.
Well, Klopp's got the Liverpool connection as a manager.
So you wouldn't want him?
No.
Yeah, but Xabi Alonso played for Liverpool.
I know, but it's different as a player. It's different as a player, right?
Think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, who'd you rather have at Arsenal?
Well, yeah, either. If after Arteta goes, by the way, not now.
Yeah. You take either. You don't have a favourite.
No.
Do you not?
Both, mate. It's like a 9 and it's like a 10 and a 9.
Right, well, who's the 9?
Well, obviously Xabi Alonso.
So you'd rather have Klopp?
Yeah, because Klopp's won everything.
Okay.
But Xabi Alonso, I mean, what he did at Leverkusen is you can't.
Yeah, unheard of. Yeah, okay. Liverpool fans, if they both want to come, who do you want? And also, do you think you should pull out all the stops to get Klopp back? 03717 that could have gone wrong, that sentence. 03717 223344. Dial that number. You can have your say next live and drive and talk sport.
Matt, the Tottenham fan, and Matt, what do you know, has called in. Matt, good afternoon. Where are you at after that home defeat to Forest, mate?
Well, guys, nice speaking to you.
Nice to speak to you, Matt.
It's not a great position to be in, to be honest. And thanks to Martin's team, the gloss, the pressure has been taken away because you guys are too busy. You media lot are too busy battering a team that's 9 points clear, and you're looking for a downfall from that football club. Yet you look down the road and you guys can't even have the decency within yourselves to actually start pointing fingers And all you want to do is blame manager after manager and that player and the other player, but you just can't bring it to yourselves to actually go, do you know what? It was that previous chairman, that parasite, which I'll never give him airtime to say his name because he's Simon's mate, who he can't even have the guts, because he's too busy protecting his mate, to have the guts to actually go, do you know what? Actually, it stemmed from him because they told him, do what you please within the margins. He then does what he wants.
Yeah, but Matt, here's the thing, mate. Daniel Levy wasn't playing on the pitch yesterday when you lost 3-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Jim, let me explain something to you, mate.
Yes.
Let me explain something to you. You got talkSPORT producers, yeah? They brought in Jim White.
Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside still to come. And in fact, we've done that. Just quickly, Griezmann will join MLS side Orlando City from Atletico Madrid this summer. Is he old?
Who?
Griezmann.
34, maybe 35?
I mean, I'd have him. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's been brilliant. Probably not now, but he's been brilliant. I mean, he's so influential in what France do.
35, I think that's young enough. Who'd you rather have up top? Him or Gyökeres?
Now, Gyökeres obviously now.
At the end of the season?
Yeah, Gyökeres now.
At the end of the season?
Yes, Gyökeres.
Why?
Because, like, Griezmann, now he plays 10. He's not centre forward.
As a 10, who'd you rather have? Him or Odegaard?
Right now?
To the end of the season. You can press a button, they swap.
Griezmann. But Eze probably would start.
No. Griezmann, though.
Yeah, but I'm taking Eze, though.
Oh, that's not like you, is it?
Yeah, Eze's the one, though.
No, I haven't put Eze in there.
Well, he's our 10, so...
Well, he's injured.
We'll hopefully come back soon.
Okay.
Jack, next song that comes out of the break, can I go...
He's not even listening to you, look.
SOS Band, The Finest, if possible.
All right, if you can do that, Jack.
SOS Band, The Finest, thank you.
We're talking all things Liverpool and their manager, or lack of.
Do you know what, my mate's made a really good analogy.
Go on then.
Right, shout out Ross.
Is it better than my one?
Yeah, he's gone, Jurgen is dad.
Yeah.
Mum can date some great men that are great stepdads, but they'll never be dad. Says Jurgen Klopp, man.
Jurgen Klopp's the dad.
He's the dad, man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but he left the wife. The wife is Liverpool. He walked out on the kids. He did, though. No. He walked out. He walked out on the family. No. You don't want dad coming through the door.
Why?
He's just walked out on the wife and kids.
His dad.
No. The wife is Liverpool. The kids are the players.
Just struck you to try and find a...
Walked out on the family. Don't want him coming back.
So who do you want then?
A new dad. Mark's a Liverpool fan. Hello, Mark.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for asking. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
What I'd like to say is that, first of all, Klopp would never get into Real Madrid, not in a million years. I'd be extremely surprised if he accepted that.
Why?
Because he's a manager that he said in the past in interviews he's much more interested in a project. Real Madrid just buy all the best talent from around the world, don't they? Like we've tried to sadly do this season, that hasn't worked very well. But they've always gone for the top player in the world somewhere. Klopp made it. He's always said very, very clearly he likes to make a superstar rather than buy one, which is obviously what he did with players like Arnold, Robertson, Salah, Mane, people like that. I know he did buy Alisson and Van Dijk, I get that. But more than anything, he bought players that he could basically mould into what he wanted. And that's how he made the squad that worked so well, because he got a team together. So I don't think Madrid would be his destination. I'd be really surprised if he went there.
Do you know what, Mark? You made a really good point, because I almost feel like with the Alisson and the Van Dijk, he wanted to wait for them. Like he weren't like, we'll just buy someone else. He was like, no, do you know what? They're the two I want. If we've got, because did they try and get him at the start of the season? They couldn't. They get him in January. Yeah. Whenever they got him, that was the right time for them to get him. They were prepared to wait. So he won't just throw the money about like, we'll buy him and him. He's like, okay, these are the two big ones in terms of the money that I want to spend, but I need these two players. I don't want people that like them. I want them to. But Mark made a really good point there.
Good work, Marky Mark. Let's go to Carl, also a Liverpool fan. Hi, Carl.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. So my point again is around the Slot and Klopp situation. I believe that Klopp followed in the footsteps a little of Kenny Dalglish. When Kenny Dalglish left Liverpool Football Club, he left because he was exhausted, not only because of the football, of course, but of course the tragedies had a major toll on him. And I think Klopp is the same. Klopp left Liverpool not because he football, just because he was exhausted with the pressures and he just needed a break. Now he's back. Now is the possibility of him coming back. He's had his break. I'm sure that he would do a fantastic job. But it is a rebuild because the players that are there at the moment don't fit Klopp's mould.
Who would you rather have, him or Xabi Alonso? He's gone.
Klopp all day long.
Klopp all day long. Okay, we just about heard that. Thanks for cool. Andrew's a Liverpool fan. He's up next. Andy?
Hi, guys. Loving the show.
Thanks, man. How are you today?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good. What would you like to say?
For me, it's just not even a question. It's Klopp all day long. He's proven he's the only guy that can go toe-to-toe with Guardiola on his best day. Like, the seasons they finished second with 97-odd points.
That's criminal. And 92.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, whereas Alonso, I love him. He's a legend, and I'm sure he'll be a great manager. And he'll be a great manager after Klopp's retired. We'll have Klopp, and then we'll have Alonso.
Oh, you've mapped it all out, have you?
Yeah, I think so.
You got it all worked
Told
out.
you, Klopp's the one.
What do you make of Slot at the moment, Andy?
I just don't get the drop-off. Like the running stats at the weekend where Milner outran the three midfielders combined. It just feels lazy. I don't understand it at all.
Do you think he's lost the dressing room?
I'd like to think not, but it does feel that way.
Okay, what will happen this season, Ad? Where will you finish?
Not playing. I think we'll finish 5th, which should just sneak the Champions League, but I don't think that's enough for him to keep his job.
Okay, Andy, thanks for your call. Let's get through as many calls as we can. Jimmy's a Liverpool fan. James?
Evening, lads.
Evening, boss.
Not so bad, mate. I'm just finishing off my tea.
What'd you have?
Paniscouse.
What'd you have?
Paniscouse.
What does that mean?
It's scouse. Paniscouse.
Yeah, what's the food?
You just say the word scouse. What did you eat?
Scouse. Stew. Scouse.
Oh, it's a food?
Yeah, scouse.
I know you keep saying scouse, but here's the thing. If you said like 18 plus 10 is 28 and someone, how'd you work that out? You wouldn't keep repeating the numbers. You'd explain how you worked it out. So what is it? What's in scouse?
Scouse is our form of Irish stew.
Oh, so you're having a stew?
Yeah, it's called scouse.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, he's having a stew.
I'm glad we had that conversation.
He's having an Irish stew.
I've learned absolutely nothing. What would you like to say, Jim?
Every day's a learning day, Andrew. Come on.
It's what?
Every day's a learning day.
Sorry,
Sorry, Jimmy, just a quick one. You have an Irish stew. What's the difference between stew and an Irish stew?
That's a great question.
Well, so Irish stew is a little bit more thinner. We make scouse to our version.
I mean, you sound like David Brent now. What? Okay, what's in a scouse that's not in an Irish stew?
Well, we do ours with lamb. They do theirs with beef.
Okay, well, there's the difference.
Thank you.
That's what we're going for. That would have been so much easier about an hour and a half ago.
Ask Nigella next time.
Okay, I will. Jim, go on. What do you want to say, my friend? What do you want to say about Liverpool?
So, in terms of Jurgen Klopp coming back, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons he left, the club decided to bring Michael Edwards back. Not only bring him back, but also promoted him. One of the reasons Michael Edwards left in the first place is because he fell out with Jurgen Klopp. And Julian Ward left the club as well. So that ain't going to happen.
Well, you say that. But Jose, when he left Chelsea for the first time, him and Abramovich fell out. And eventually he ended up working for him again. So it can happen.
It can happen, but come on. Jose loves a payout, doesn't he?
Jimmy, would you take Klopp back?
I'm split, to be honest with you.
On what?
Because there were certain players he was too loyal to for too long. And that's why there's a few transfer windows there. We never reinvested and brought other players in.
What players were they?
Well, I think he was too loyal to Jordan Henderson in the end because it was him who got him a new contract. And then, so all of a sudden, one summer, we totally brought in a total new midfield.
Yeah.
There were certain players he wasn't loyal to, by the way, in terms of Gini Wijnaldum.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was an excellent player.
He was an excellent player.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, lads, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, yes, good.
I can't argue with.
Listen to what Irish stew is now.
Yeah. What was it? One's beef, one's
lamb.
Which is which?
I think the Irish is lamb.
All right.
No, the Scouse is lamb. No, I don't know.
I can't remember. No, we've done that. Right, time for a bit of no Googling. We need to get rid of that line, don't we? Keep saying it. We want to know which manager has Jurgen Klopp beaten the most times throughout his career? No, not yours. Which manager has Jurgen Klopp beaten the most times throughout his... I'll give you a clue. 16 games, 14 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. But who is the manager? It may surprise you, that answer. And that answer is coming up right after this.
I mean, he himself may not feel that he wants to manage a football team right now. He may feel, with the loss of his father, that that's the last thing he wants to do. So who knows what's in that circumstance?
That's a very good point, Simon. So in terms of the future, has it now, in view of what you're saying, and I agree completely, has this now become more of a joint decision for Tudor and Spurs as opposed to the club alone?
No, not really. Because if Igor Tudor decides that actually this is a welcome distraction from the tragedy that he's just experienced in his life and he wants to manage the team, and you as an owner think that actually you've seen all you need to see from him prior to the tragedy in his personal life, you're still going to have to take a view. And all people that are sitting out there going, well, that's heartless, it's nothing to do with heartless. It's to do with the reality of the world that we live in. There is no point keeping somebody in a job if you were going to take him out of that job prior to the tragedy that's in his life. It might even, without wanting to be overly harsh, it might even cement the thinking, because you've got two situations. You've got you are teetering on the point of saying this man is not capable of doing the job that we need him to do, and that's not a reflection just of him, it's a reflection of all of us, because the playing squad, us as an ownership model, everything is not right.
Yes.
We need some shock and awe, and it hasn't happened with him, coupled with the fact that you may now perceive him to be distracted for obvious reasons. So I think if your decision was made post the Forest game, in terms of you got beaten this Forest game, you were going to make a change, then with the best will in the world, you can do that with a great deal of empathy to the man. You will honour your commitment to him economically, I suspect.
Yeah.
And say, look, we think it's for the best interest. Whilst the timing is not ideal and the circumstances are not great, it was a decision that we were going to make anyway, and you can handle that. And you handle that properly by doing it from principle to principle.
Cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know, here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called optic yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
Sounds a bit like Alexander O'Neill. I know it's
same era though. SOS band.
I like it. Before the break, ask the question: which manager has Jurgen Klopp beaten the most times?
Sorry. Oh, they got another bang as well called. I'll come back to you on that.
Okay. What it's called? I'll come back to you on that.
No, it's called. No one's gonna love me like I do. Banger. But anyway, I'm gonna go for.
What manager?
So it's got to be someone who's in the Prem a lot.
Yes.
Eddie Howe.
You're such a cheat.
I saw my kids laughing. I was wrong, you idiot. Your acting is appalling.
It's Eddie Howe.
That's not. Show me now. Yeah.
You're such a cheat.
I saw my kids' life.
Have you got David Platt and Eddie Howe today?
Anyway, I swear on my kids' life.
Did you look at that?
People said Nuno on here. I ain't seen Eddie Howe on there. That we've been through.
From us at 7, Hugh will be hosting Kickoff.
No, not me. I'm here now. I'm not working after 7.
You're not?
No.
Hold on, let me... Oh, no, sorry. Hugh Wozencroft.
Okay,
that's what I meant.
Nice.
Yeah, Hugh will be hosting Kickoff.
No, Andy, I just told you, I'm here, not later.
Wozencroft.
Oh.
Yeah. Tonight he's got former Chelsea defender Scotty Minto alongside him. Time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time now for today's bet with our friends at Paddy Power. Let's welcome Fern. Oh, we got Buckers, have we? Fern Buckley to the show. Hello, Fern.
Hi. It feels like a late night call-in, doesn't it? Considering we're always doing it normally early afternoon. This is late.
I like it, though, right? It's nice.
Yeah. Cool. I like it.
Let me ask you, are you in a different room or have you painted the walls?
I painted them just for you. I had to pull myself up. I was embarrassed the other day considering you said how bad the background was.
Yes, are you in a different room?
Yeah.
Fine, okay. Right. Thanks for coming on. We have got you on because we're looking forward to Thursday's World Cup qualifiers. Wales play Bosnia and Herzegovina in Cardiff. So 2 teams are up against. Can you remind us how the bet builder works?
Yeah, of course. I made some picks across different markets, added them together, got the overall value, and Paddy Power chucked a tenner on it, hoping that we get it right. Because if we do, it's a charity bet and it helps out the Attitude Foundation.
Right, it's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. I've gone for both teams to score. Buckers.
I like this one because Wales are coming off a massive 7-1 victory over North Macedonia in their last home qualifier. But for Bosnia, they've scored in 11 successive competitive games, whereas Wales, they have struggled to actually keep a clean sheet recently. So could see some goals at both ends. That's in at 17-20.
So originally I went for under 2.5 goals, but it says on here under 3.5 goals, please, fan.
Well, because you can't have both teams scoring and then under 2.5 goals, because that's 2 goals and someone needs to qualify. That's why, Benty. But under 3.5 goals.
Benty, come on, man.
No, I wasn't aware of that. I just put that in the group. But so I apologise for that, Fern.
You're a joke. I can only,
you're
Buckers,
right.
I can
Don't
only
worry.
apologise.
Loads of people do it all the time. But yeah, so under 3.5 goals would mean like a 2-1 victory. And 100% of the competitive head-to-head meetings between these two have seen under 3.5 goals. So that's why we gently guided you that way. That's on Paddy Power at 2-9.
Okay, next up is producer Joe, who bizarrely has had a KFC finger-licking good tattoo on his arm. I don't know. Why have you done that? Oh, because you like it. Anyway, he's got that on his arm today. He's gone for...
I saw a girl get that tattooed in Magaluf once. I was a bit confused. That tattoo.
Can't do that joke yet.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah, Joe's got a matching tattoo with this girl in Magaluf, so I like it.
Joe, you've been to Magaluf? Oh, that's why you had it. You saw someone in Magaluf with it. You liked it. Okay. He's gone for Broadhead to have 1 or more shots on target.
Yeah, without Kiefer Moore in the mix, he's going to be important in this one, isn't he? For Wrexham, he's recorded 14 shots on target across 31 championship appearances. And during the qualies, he scored twice from 2 shots on target in 184 minutes of play. So, yeah, he's a super sub. That is in at 8-15.
Next up are the people. They've gone for Wales to just win the game, Fern.
Yeah, 40 places above Bosnia in the FIFA rankings. They've had some cracking home form. Belgium are the only team to leave Cardiff with a victory since Bellamy took over, actually. So, yeah, they've got close to a fully fit squad. So over 2,000 people have this in their bet builder. That's in at 5-6.
And the last one is all down to you, on your shoulders. What are you going for, Buckers?
Easy peasy. Harry Wilson to score or assist. Absolutely shone recently. Since Bellamy took charge of Wales as well, he scored 9, assisted 3 goals in 11 competitive appearances. And he's had a goal involvement in 3 of his last 4 games. So I think he's going to do it. That isn't at 6-5.
Right, all that means what?
Comes in at 17-1. So, for £10 bet, you get a return of 180 quid this week, which is nice. And if we get it right, it goes straight to the Attitude Foundation, who help out the LGBT community.
What are you doing tonight, Buckers? You're out on the town?
Nothing. I'm going to go get a tattoo. I'm going to go get a KFC.
Other fast food tattoos are available, I should point out.
Yeah, for sure.
Fern, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on. And we'll speak
See you
to you
later.
Thank you very much, as always. There you go, Paddy Power's bet better for today. Minimum odds on 5 below 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
Back now to England. Everton midfielder James Garner's been speaking to the media after being called up to the England side for the first time, and he was asked if he thinks he's in with a chance of going to the World Cup.
Yeah, I think this season I've had a very good season. I think hence that's why I've been luckily enough to be called up. So I just need to keep on my form and show everyone what I can do, and who knows when the squad ends up getting selected.
You're a big fan of James Garner, right? You spoke about him before.
Yeah, he's had a really good season. He's kind of gone under the radar because you've had people like Jack Grealish when he first got there. He took a lot of the plaudits, and rightly so. Dewsbury Hall's been another one, Illiman and Dye. And he's just been asked to play in so many different positions, but he's played them all really, really well. I mean, his pass against Chelsea to Beto for the first goal, beautiful way of passing behind, and a superb finish. Yeah, I'm glad that he's got his opportunity, because I think David Moyes all season's been saying, I understand it. You've got so much talent in those areas, certainly the central midfield areas, but you've got to look at Jimmy Garner. You have to keep looking. And I'm glad that he's got his rewards, because there's probably a time where he probably would have thought to himself, well, look, we've got Rice, Bellingham, who else can play? Elliot Anderson, Wharton. I'm never going to get an opportunity. And the fact he's in this squad now, yeah, I think he's thoroughly deserved.
Is there a place for him in the final England squad?
Well, it kind of depends, doesn't it? Because, I mean, if he gets an opportunity in this first friendly, right, and plays really well, and he continues what he's been doing for Everton, then he's got to be in with a shout. Like he has to be in with the shout. If he turns up, he does well, puts in a performance, looks comfortable at that level, he integrates himself into the squad, because I think that's a big thing in terms of England. Gareth Southgate created that, is how they kind of conduct themselves around the other players. If he does all of that and he gives himself the best opportunity by playing minutes and then taking that chance, there's no reason why not. It's just that middle area for England is loaded, man.
Do you think there's going to be any surprise call-ups to the England squad? Will there be a name that, when he announces his final squad, we'll go, oh, I didn't see that coming?
Do you know, I was thinking that, potentially. And I thought, I know, Lewis Hall and Nico O'Reilly have been incredible, right?
Yeah, but
if Man United continue their form, he doesn't really have to look at Luke Shaw, because he knows what Luke Shaw can do. He's been playing in international for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So I think there's people like him. I put Welbeck in that same scenario.
Do you think? For me, if Welbeck gets the call, that's the one.
Right. These guys have been internationals before, so it's not like they're new to it and they're like, oh my God, how are they going to be around them?
No, but Welbeck getting called up would be absolutely huge news.
It would be, but I'm not quite sure how much the second striker is going to play anyway.
True.
And Welbeck at the minute looks like he's fit, he's strong, he's hungry.
Is he the best England number 2?
Right now he is. I mean, who's been better than him? I know Watkins has got a couple of goals recently.
Solanke's done nothing.
No, Calvert-Lewin had that period, which I told you would happen.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
So there's him. Ivan Toney doesn't look like he's going to get an opportunity. Liam Delap's in and out of the team.
Yeah, it's a good point. You've done those press conferences. We just heard from James. You've done that. You sat in front of the press. What is that like? What happens before you go out? Who speaks to you? The press people go on.
You get to the England camp and you go to dinner. And you just go, like, so if you get there in the evening, so you go, you check in your room, put your bags in, go down, everyone's got to have meat. Hi, you doing all right? Nice to see you. Hi, gaffer, all that. Eat your food, go to sleep. Wake up the next morning, and then you go and train in the morning, and then lunchtime. I think it's then the press officer will come round and go, by the way, you're on a press duty today, and you're like, oh my God. Because it used to be horrible.
Why did you do it?
Imagine you sitting at a table, right? And he's sitting up at a platform, so he's looking down on the press. There were times, like, see the table we're at now. Imagine it was round, and there's about 50 what are called dictaphones in front of you, and you're sitting down, and they're all just above you, just asking questions. Some of the questions as well. I remember thinking, you rude mother.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, honestly, at times, yeah.
That stayed in, did it?
Yeah, like rude questions.
Like what? What kind of rude? Like personal stuff?
Not so much, but just about. Like, I remember there was one question. We played Chelsea before, right? And I was at Charlton, doing really well flying, right? We just knocked them out the League Cup, I think it was. And one of the questions was, we asked Jose about yourself, and he said, yeah, you're flying, you're doing really well, great player. He goes, but Chelsea don't shop in that particular market. Chelsea don't go and sign a striker from the Championship, they'll sign a striker from, because Charlton got me from Ipswich. And he was like, he asked me a question, like, how do you feel about Jose saying that he doesn't shop in the Championship where you were playing your football? And to be fair, the England press guy said to him, what kind of question is that? And he went, well, Jose said it. And at that time, I wanted to pick up the dictaphone and throw it at him.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, right? So one of the things Southgate was credited for when he came in was softening that divide. There was always the divide between the England setup, the players, the backroom staff, the manager, and the press.
Mm-hmm.
And that's become a lot closer over the last however many, since Southgate has been there.
Agreed.
Do you think that there is a possibility that divide could start growing again?
You'd hope not. But at one point, it was, I mean, the most furthest away it's ever been was when we didn't qualify for 2008. I was there. I'll come on the pitch. I remember what that was like. It was horrible. And that's probably as wide as...
Who's that against?
We got beat Croatia 3-2. That's probably as wide as it's ever been. And you're right, Gareth did a lot of work when he got the job to kind of bridge that. Yeah. It might get back to that, but I'm a genuine believer that social media has played its part in that. Because, and Raheem Sterling is probably someone you should thank, because someone tried to post a story about him and he weren't having it, and he went straight back at him. And now every single player now who's got social media has got the power to go, hold on, I'm not going to stand for that. You want to print this is my say on it. And they've had to be now a little bit more cautious in terms of what they write. Because when it was just the newspapers and no social media, they had free reign to do what they wanted. Now they don't.
We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the end of show quiz and a bit more as well to come. Stay where you are. More from me and Bentley right after this live and drive of talkSPORT.
chicken. Can you? Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God. Can you? Be chicken. You'll make the one hell of a beating. Can you? Be encouraging signs. Signs. Can you? Be signs. You'll make the one hell of a beating. Beaver Temporary. 3 Point Lake. I do you a favour. The Sainsbury's Stadium. The big cockerel. Can you? Be cockerel. You'll make the one hell of a beating to Darius Bafo. Help me out. Spurs. You'll make the one hell of a beating. Has anyone seen the Gunners? Mike Keown. Can you be Keown? You're going to win a hell of a beating Kepper. That Lucas MP. And that Lucas MP ain't going for the forever. Gunnosaurus. Kepper. Arteta's light bulb. Can you be light bulb? You're going to win a hell of a beat with the dog. What's up to him? Because he's still alive. Can you be Arsenal? You're going to win it.
You are useless. Honestly, you're a shambles for a man. What a weekend of football. Spurs. Oh my word. What on earth happened? What is going on at this football club? We're going down. Spurs are going down. Chelsea. Disrespected the ball again. What's happening to them? They're in shambles. Arsenal. They bottled it in the League Cup final. Does Arteta need to take the blame for starting Kepa in goal? Drive talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside from us at 7. Ewers and Croft host kick-off tonight. He's got former Chelsea defender Scotty Minto alongside him. I would imagine they're ripping up their running order because we've just had huge breaking news coming out of Liverpool tonight. It's just dropped. Mohamed Salah has confirmed he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. Mohamed Salah will leave Liverpool at the end of the season. Liverpool fans, you can call in now if you want to have your say before anyone on the planet. 03717223344. Liverpool fans, Mohamed Salah leaving your club at the end of the season. We'll bring you more on that in just a moment. We'll keep you right up to date with everything going on in Chelsea's clash with Arsenal in the Women's Champions League tonight. Ian Abrahams watching for talkSPORT.
Yep, and Arsenal make 3 changes from the weekend. So they have Borbet in goal, Fox, Wubben-Moy, Cardina and McCabe across the back. Beth Mead, Little and Mariona Caldente are 3 in midfield with Alessia Russo, Blackstenius and Kelly as the front 3. Arsenal, remember, defending champions. It's a joint record, 17th quarter-final for them. For Chelsea, it's a 6th Champions League quarter-final. They won all the ones they played in so far, but they are hit by major injuries tonight, and players haven't got back yet from the Asia Cup, as indeed Arsenal were. So Hampton's in goal, 5 changes in all from the weekend draw at London Lions. Hampton's in goal, Gurma, Buchanan and Berman is a change at the back to a 3. Then it'll be Bronze, Cuthbert, Walsh, Newskin and Baltimore as a 5 across midfield, with Lauren James and Thompson as a front 2. It's a rainy night at the Emirates, and we start here at 8.
Thanks, Mooch. Right, let's discuss that huge breaking news coming out of Liverpool this evening. It dropped 2 minutes ago, Mohamed Salah has confirmed on social media that he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. He posted his reasons for it, and we'll play that for you in just a moment as well. Before we do play that, what do you make of it?
Yeah, it's huge, absolutely huge. But you kind of knew that it was almost coming to an end for himself personally. I mean, he hasn't been his razor sharp best, but don't get me wrong, he's a legend. And again, we always throw that word around a little bit too often. He is what you call a bona fide legend in terms of third on Liverpool's all-time top goal scoring list, 189 Premier League goals. He is like what he's done for that football club in terms of winning the lot, big seasons, Golden Boot last season as well, helping Arne Slot winning his first Premier League title, helping Jurgen Klopp win his first Premier League title. I mean, he's been unbelievable. If you're talking about marks out of 10 for a time or period at a football club, he's his 10.
Yeah,
he's been that good.
Let me play you something for our millions of listeners. The forward has reached an agreement with Liverpool that will see him close a remarkable 9-year chapter at Anfield. Let's have a listen to the video that Salah has just posted. This is his emotional farewell.
Hello everyone. Unfortunately, the day has come. This is the first part of my farewell. I will be leaving Liverpool at the end of this season. I wanted to start by saying that I never imagined how deeply this club, this city, these people would become part of my life. Liverpool is not just a football club. It's a passion. It's a history. It's a spirit I can't explain in a word to anyone not part of this club. We celebrated victory. We won the most important trophies, and we fought together through the hardest time in our life.
What do you make of the fact that he's posted that on his Instagram post, not on Liverpool's? Do you think it's a joint decision? Do you think because the season's not gone the way perhaps he would have wanted it to go, he's decided to call it a day?
No, I think they've come to a kind of a mutual agreement because at some point they were going to have to move on from him. But as I reiterate, he's been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
And I mean absolutely outstanding.
More headaches though for Slot, right?
Well, it kind of is and it isn't because this season he hasn't been at his best, and you have to be honest with that. I mean, he's got 5 Premier League goals this year. That's not Salah.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? That is not Salah in the slightest. So I think when the longer he's there, I think it becomes harder for Arne Slot because he almost forced to pick him because he's there. Yeah. But now you remove him and you go, right, how do we build? How do we move on from Mo Salah? Like, how can I find someone, or is there someone already there to get a little bit of form to kind of maybe try and take over? But make no mistake about it, you're not getting one person to replace that. Absolutely not.
Ben is a Liverpool fan. He's going to be the first Liverpool fan to react to the news that Mohamed Salah will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. Hello, Ben.
Hi, talkSPORT. How are you? You okay?
We're good, very well. What do you make of that breaking news? Did you think it was coming, or are you stunned?
Yeah, I'm a bit shocked, but I was kind of anticipating it. For the end of the season. But yeah, it's one of them. It's a bittersweet moment, isn't it? Because obviously from this season, obviously he hasn't lit up the league like he has over other years, and probably the time is right for him to go. But you just can't, He's given so much to the club over the years.
How much of his decision do you think is down to his relationship with the manager?
Yeah, I think obviously. I mean, there's obviously been a conversation that took place in January while he was at the African Cup of Nations, and I think obviously Arne Slot's probably said to him at that point, you're not a guaranteed starter at this point. And I think it's been a managed departure, in all honesty. I think that's been the case. I think it's kind of, they've sat down in the right way and come to that agreement. I don't think this decision's been made in the last week or the last couple of weeks. I think it was made in January for it to be managed in the right way.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for your call. We'll take another call in just a moment. Just in case you're turning on your radio now for the first time, a reminder of that huge breaking news coming out of Liverpool tonight. This broke 6 minutes ago. Mohamed Salah has confirmed he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. The forward has reached an agreement with the Reds that will see him close a remarkable 9-year chapter at Anfield. talkSPORT understands that Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia or a move to the MLS are options for Salah in the summer. Carl's a Liverpool fan. He can have his say on that. Hello, Carl.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
We are good. You are the second person on the planet to react to the news on talkSPORT. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's been a wonderful servant for the club. This year's obviously not been one of his best for different reasons. I don't think you should underestimate the impact that losing his close friend Diogo Jota has probably had on him. I think that's possibly caused him a lot more grief and issues and things behind the scenes. And if your head's not right with things like that, then that can come out in how you play. I think perhaps the time is right. If we get some decent money for him from wherever he goes, I think if he goes to the Pro League, there was talk of him still being in the region of 80 to 100 million. I don't know if that's true, but that could do a lot for the club. I think we've got a ready-made potential replacement in there already. With Bradley coming back next season, I think Frimpong has shown enough on the right-hand side that he could potentially do a job there. Not saying that he's going to be as good as Salah, but he could be a different option to what we had with Salah. And I think that would leave the way open for that money, if we get that money, to spend it in other areas. I was saying earlier, I couldn't get back on earlier, but I think there's quite a few players who potentially should be in the same boat this summer.
No, do you know what? I think when you look at some of the options, and Carl's right there, I think they are going to have to do it a different way. Like if Frimpong is the answer, you're not going to get that output. No player on the planet they can sign now is giving you that output. What he's giving you for 9 years, it's impossible.
Maybe Saka should go to a big club.
What are you talking about?
Maybe he should go to Liverpool.
But I mean, listen.
Jared Bowen, options.
You have to applaud it. Even Jared Bowen, you're not getting that output.
No, you're not. You can't replace Salah.
No. But fair play to him, and maybe now is the right time, but he is a legend.
Well, now is the right time to stay with talkSPORT, because I'm sure loads of Liverpool fans want to react to that breaking news. Mohamed Salah has confirmed that he will leave the club at the end of the season. We finish now, but you don't. You carry on listening to talkSPORT, and more importantly, you get your calls into Hugh Wozencroft. He'll be waiting for you right now, Liverpool fans. 03717223344. Have your say before anyone else on the planet. Me and Dee are back tomorrow at 4 o'clock for more of the same. Thanks for listening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.